It is Monday morning, downtown Regina. We are here for the 2018 Tim Hortons Brier on TSN. A battle of unbeatens highlights Straw 6.
And it will be a win. 2 in a row now.
2 games, 2 wins. Jamie Murphy has Nova Scotia cruising early in Regina. It's been a wild few days for Mike McEwen. Squeaking through the play-in game secured Team McEwen the wild card spot. Now, Magic Mike's men have started pool play undefeated. Which team can continue their winning ways? Nova Scotia, Team Wild Card. The Tim Hortons Brier continues. It all began way back in 1927, the first ever Brier in Toronto, Ontario, and here in 2018, we're in Regina, the Brandt Center, to crown a national champion. Coming inside the building, as always, glad you're watching our coverage right here on TSN. Brian Mudryk joined by Kathy Gauthier. It's still early at this year's Brier, Kathy, but what do you make of the field so far?
Well, it's interesting. Unlike the Scotties where there was a lot of parity, we are already seeing separation. Some very lopsided games last night. That means a win is huge for everyone.
Apparently the patch is really good because all the games ended in the 8th end last night. We'll get you up to date in case you were at the patch. It was Northern Ontario, Brad Jacobs, strong start, a 9-5 victory. Team Manitoba, led by Reed Carruthers, 12-5, the win there. Meantime, Ontario over Quebec 7-3, and Saskatchewan, their first win, led by Steve Laycock, a 9-4 final. So as you check these standings, no big surprises yet. Some of the usual suspects on top. Keep in mind, new format, 2 pools, top 4 from each pool qualify to a championship round of 8, and from there, the Page playoff system. It has been a tough couple of months for Magic Mike. Mike McEwen had the chicken pox, was 1 game away from going to the Olympics, and then he had to play in that wild card game to qualify. But now, here he is, and what do you make of Magic Mike? Any magic left?
Well, and that is the big question. He's at 89%, so some great numbers, but Mike will say, I am not yet myself. Whether that is the illness and just trying to fight his way through, or just the time off from the game, it will be interesting because he needs to ramp up in his own head.
2 Brier appearances. This is 3rd, and in the previous 2, he made the bronze medal both times, winning 1 bronze. All right, Nova Scotia, Jamie Murphy's been here a number of times. His best finish, 4-7. He did that twice, but he's one of those teams that could be like Marianne Arsenault and make a move here.
Well, he certainly can, and Paul Fleming at 3rd has been absolutely brilliant, 93% last night. But the key for Jamie Murphy is he goes 2-0 at almost every Brier, and then the wheels fall off. Needs to keep the wheels on.
And that brings us to our feature matchup. You're all set at home. We're set here at the Brandt Center in Regina. It is Nova Scotia. It is Team Wildcard. Next on TSN.
I had a hard time thinking past this 1 wildcard game, but this team is our 11th year, and we're just chomping at the bit for a championship.
There's nothing better. I mean, that's why every person is here this week. I mean, this is what everybody drives towards the whole year, is to have a chance to wear your provincial flag and play against the best teams, and it's just amazing.
I think we look good in black. We're going to embrace it. Maybe it's just fate that we're the first ever team to put on these colors for the Brier.
The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud sponsors of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts for over 35 years. And by Ford of Canada. Proud partner with Curling Canada for over 20 years.
Monday morning in Regina. Glad you're with us, Canada. Here's a look at the action on the ice. Our feature wild card in Nova Scotia. On Sheet B, Sean Gill, BC, looking for win number 1, taking on Alberta, Brendan Botcher. Sheet C, you have Yukon taking on Newfoundland, Labrador. Someone there will pick up win number 1. And on Sheet D, Team Canada, Gushu versus Kui. We'll have you up to date all morning long. In the meantime, here's our feature matchup. It is wild card. It is Nova Scotia. Time to meet the teams. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how.
I am Mike McEwen, skip of Team Wildcard. Our lead is Denny Neufeld, our second Matt Wozniak, our third BJ Neufeld, and we curl out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Hi, I'm Jamie Murphy, skip of Team Nova Scotia. Our lead is Phil Kroll, our second is Scott Zachary, our third is Paul Fleming, and we curl out of the Halifax Curling Club.
Our focus this morning at the Brand Center on Pool A, and both these teams come in undefeated, 2-0 records. It will be Team Wildcard out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg, the Redstones, Team Nova Scotia out of the Halifax Curling Club, the Yellowstones. It was Mike McEwen's team winning that draw to the button. They have hammer in this game, and to get us underway, it is the lead for Team Nova Scotia, Philip Kroll.
Mine's good.
Kathy, you've done the updates. We've watched Nova Scotia closely.
Oh, easy.
Murphy's made some incredible draws so far. He's made the big shot when he needs to. We mentioned off the top of the show, and Marianne Arsenault out of Nova Scotia, that incredible run. She was a veteran skip. She had a lot of talent. She had the pedigree of winning championships as well. Jamie would love that as well. He comes in, his best finish ever. 4-7 records. Last year came through the pre-competition and qualified in St. John's and had a showing there as well. So what do you make of this team taking those steps, getting better each and every time?
Well, I do think it's huge, and Paul Fleming has been a massive addition to this team in terms of positivity. He keeps the team very, very loose and has some great abilities. It's interesting because Jamie Murphy talked about the recent success of Nova Scotia, the junior women's team that is representing us at the Worlds right now in Scotland. He is from Nova Scotia. That's Caitlin Jones's team. Matt Manuel, a very strong junior team at the Canadian Juniors. Then you have Marianne Arsenault. And so there is this feeling that Nova Scotia is moving their way up once again to the days of Daisy and Colleen Jones. And he very much says he wants to be a part of that. And when you get that kind of momentum from your province, that really helps.
Easy, easy, easy. Easy, easy. Good.
Nose is good too. Hair fresh.
Think bump.
Should be a little bit.
But if you want to talk about momentum from a province, this is a guy that has been around for a very long time for Manitoba. Has come so close to not only winning the province, and then finally he did, but winning really big at the Brier, at the trials. You could certainly argue they are overdue for a really big win.
It is rare for a team to be together for a decade, especially in the Olympic era. And off the top of the broadcast, I talk about the month or a couple months for Mike McEwen, and they've been pretty rough. He had the chicken pox, which is very serious for an adult to get, and he had talked to me and said, you know, I still have some liver damage that is going to take a long time to heal up.
Yes.
He had the Olympic trials, and what a game against Cooey. I said they were one game shy of the Olympics. You could argue obviously one shot shy. That incredible draw from Kevin Cooey. And then he had the mixed doubles trial with his wife as well, Dawn McEwen. And then he said he came in with a head cold into this event as well. So it's been quite the month. And you hope he's starting to feel maybe a little more recharged. But for a team to stay together that long and those ups and downs, year 11 as a squad, it's pretty remarkable that they've been together that long.
It is. I mean, you think about your own personal life, where you go in 11 years and the changes in your lives from career. And with this team, there's been children that they didn't have before, and all the adjustments that you make with that. BJ's wife is a curler. Mike certainly is a curler. So there's a lot going on in juggling lifestyles as well. And it does speak volumes of commitment. And sometimes you have to put aside, are we even friends anymore? Does it even matter? Or are we four players that can achieve?
A little above the team, maybe.
Has to stop. Has to stop.
Just has to stop.
Still this team.
Yep, hit it. Go, go, go,
Well, you
go,
talked
go.
about such a great long season for this McEwen team. One of the challenges is finding the intensity and being able to stay there. He talked about he hasn't felt that since that wild card game. Well, you need to find that because this week goes really quickly. And that inner magic, Mike, we've talked about it. His numbers are good. He himself feels he is not there yet. Needs to find the way in his head to get there.
Weight's good. Clean. Yep. Weight's good. Yep. Gotta go hard.
Hard, Phil.
Scott Zachary, second stones for Team Nova Scotia.
Whoa, yep, whoa. Light. Yep. This is light.
Well, last night we didn't have a chance to watch the Oscars. We were here, but they happened. And carrying over from that for Jamie Murphy, the Best Supporting Actor for sure category, will be his new third. In Paul Fleming, some great numbers, great performance. And the don't sink the Blue Nose comment is in that game against Newfoundland and Labrador, got himself into a lot of trouble, had to count on some big shots and some breaks to get back in the game. With this wild card team, needs to keep it even. They're not going to let him back if he gets down.
Keys to the game brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
That's good bump. Bump plus.
Okay.
And you hear maybe a little too much weight from Matt Wozniak on the second stones here in the first end.
Out. Same as Scott, yeah. I like control. Yeah.
It's interesting, too, this new format in the wild card. And one of the challenges for Mike McEwen and his team, usually at a Brier, you know, you get acclimatized, you have the Fort Hawk shots, you get used to the ice, and, you know, by game 2 or 3, you're kind of into it. Well, in a winner moves on, loser goes home wild card situation, that's really tough. And for Carrie Anderson, who came through out of Manitoba at the Scotties, she found that a bit of an advantage, that extra game. Yeah, there's the pressure. Okay, wow, the pressure's off. We made it. We're in the field. But one extra game, had the win. Pressure's off a little bit. You got some good momentum going into the main draw. And for Mike McEwen, one extra game on this ice and some rocks in play in this first end.
I do agree. It's not a large number to add to an entire week. And that one game gives you a little bit of an edge over your opponents. Another chance to match stones.
Really gotta go to stick.
Hard.
Gotta go. Okay. Good throw. They're good.
Yeah, we are back on that same sheet we were yesterday, where there was a lot of talk about the yellow stones by Reed Carruthers and his team and whether they were matched, and Derek kind of feeling like he got the bad ones. And so we'll keep an eye on those this morning to see if we hear that chatter from Nova Scotia.
Or get the update if Derek Samagalski actually walked them right out of the building,
Well,
which
that
is what
was
I
your,
suggested. Just take them right outside into the parking lot. And
He must have been a treat to play with.
Okay. Normal. A little more.
No, can't.
Normal.
Clean it.
Yep.
Good.
It's good. It's good, Paul. Nice throw.
Rolling's no good.
when you played Kathy, you probably got your fair share of those rocks, the ones that no one wanted.
I did.
And as a player, I mean, how do you adjust? You know they're not great. You know that maybe you got to throw 6 feet more or less, or you know it's going to cut or whatever. I mean, is that tough on you mentally?
You know what? It as a second, if you're throwing a lot of hits, it really isn't, because you're not expecting to see them. But it does absolutely get in your head, and you know sometimes you throw them and you don't find that they're that much different. But if you're taking a stone from somebody who's playing above you, so often it's the third or the skip, it doesn't really matter what you think. If they don't like them, they shouldn't be throwing them.
Really
So you sort it out yourself and you try to do the best you can.
Line's really good.
Maddie.
Don't want to.
Hit the tough part, I mean, as someone who has not curled at a high level, but if I know I've thrown a pretty good stone, or you feel out of the hack, I had a good push and I hit the stick and I threw it well, and it's 8 feet light. Well, you sort of look pretty silly, don't you? Because everyone's going, oh, this guy just missed by 8 feet. Why is he out there? What is he doing? But in theory, you thought you did everything right, but the stone just grinds more than the other ones. That has to play on you mentally.
It does, and that's why the really good teams sort those out. It's why teams like Brad Gushu have someone like Jules Ochar, who's considered one of the best in the business, to match those stones, so that doesn't happen.
Same as what you've been throwing, bud.
You only want top four weight, so.
Okay.
Skip stones here in the first end. And Jamie Murphy, his 5th Nova Scotia title in the last 7 years, back at the Tim Hortons Brier. And this time around, not having to worry about that pre-competition format. He is in it to win it all week long here in Regina.
Trying to play the freeze.
Okay.
Sorry. That was 97. Just pulled the string a little bit.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing you can do is this.
I don't like
and
that.
And then he freezes here.
Yeah, I don't like that. No, I like putting the pressure on.
I agree with
Speed's
BJ.
nice, yeah.
You're already shot. No point of hitting out in the wings. That's not a concern. If you're able to go around and come down right on top, you've made it really difficult for Jamie to not give up 3.
He looks nice.
14. Okay, Mikey.
I think we need an inch more than that. No,
I think that'll be close, Mike.
It looks nice.
As promised, we'll keep you up to date all morning long here at the Brand Center in Regina. And good morning to Team British Columbia, as they've done a real nice job here in the first 10 against Brendan Botcher. Botcher here for the 2nd consecutive time at a Brier, and little wake-up call for him as he needs a pretty nice out-turn draw with his last.
Needs a bite of the forefoot.
Really gotta go.
Botcher getting more experience as well at the Olympic curling trials in Ottawa with his team. Feeling more comfortable under the big lights and big stage. And how is that for a response? Nice
Pretty
weight.
good.
As that young man puts it on the lid.
And a great shot back here on our feature sheet. Mike coming right around. Great judge, great brushing. They knew how it would run. And that takes away that turn. So for Jamie Murphy, not only contending with the fact that he was well short on his first one, can't even go to the same path. Now he has to guess what it will be out with the in-turn.
Jamie Murphy's Brier debut was in this province, Saskatoon, in 2012. He finished 4-7. And as mentioned off the top of our broadcast, 2 times finishing with that record, the same record last year in St. John's. And in tough here in this first end, he needs a real nice in-turn draw with his final rock.
Heavy. Okay, well then. Heavy. Perfect. Heavy.
That's 13-7. That's what it was yesterday morning.
Sit. 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 Sit.
Will it stop in time? It stops for second shot stone, and all things considered, a pretty good effort. But you see right away, they look to that double.
And I like just throwing maybe like a normal.
I like that. I really like that.
Yeah.
A little thinner than half to make it real good. Half,
like I would say
like
this would be nose. You want to be about there.
Well, that's a great draw by Jamie Murphy. No question
Maybe
about
a sliver
it.
more?
The unfortunate part for him is it is that Yellowstone out in the 8-foot that lets Mike come in
Just
off
normal.
of it.
Normal weight.
It'll finish.
That's good.
Here, Mikey, here you go.
So rocks in play in this first end. And a great opportunity here for Team Wildcard. Final stone, Mike McEwen.
Whoa. Yep.
Stick the double and score 3.
Hard! Really gotta go.
Pretty quiet weight. A big scrub the entire way and missed opportunity. So that draw from Jamie Murphy, that was big as he forces Mike McEwen to take the single. It is always special to wear that Team Canada jacket. It is always tough to defend the title, and that is what Brad Gushue is trying to do this year after that incredible run in St. John's last year in his home city. And early on, tough little test here. He's got to make a very nice draw against Jamie Cooey.
Well, it is that Jamie Cooey team that always pushes one of the top teams, always upsets somebody or more than one somebody at this event. So he is not going to care that Brad Gushue has that leaf on his back, forcing him to make a big draw here in 1.
And last year in St. John's, that somebody was indeed Brad Gushu. It was Jamie Cooey's only win, and he knocked off Gushu. So we can expect a good game over there as he always plays them tough. It is Team Canada leading 1-0. In our feature matchup, it was an opportunity for 3, but Mike McEwen unable to make that double. So he settles for a single team wild card. Out of Manitoba, a 1-0 advantage over Nova Scotia. So here in 2, throwing the yellow stones, it is Jamie Murphy with hammer.
3 inches out.
And this one on the way from Philip Kroll.
You know, Muddy, we talked at the break, just a little bit surprised at the weight that Mike threw on that shot. It's early, and often we see that there's more movement on the hits in the first end, and a couple of rocks in a path will straighten it out. So was a little bit surprised by the weight choice.
I apologize, that was Denny Neufeld's rock, obviously. And there is Philip Kroll, lead stones for Team Nova Scotia, as he threw a corner guard with his first on the Tim Hortons Cup.
Yep. Whoa, Paul. Scott. Yeah. Just, firm? Yeah.
Okay, Matty, here you go. Firm. Should be straight.
Matt looking to run this stone back.
Whoa.
Get shot and leave his shooter protecting it.
Hard. Hard, Dan. Hard. Shot.
Attaboy.
Shot, Matt. Really good.
And a score to update you on, it's Newfoundland Labrador, 1-0 lead over Team Yukon. A couple rookie skips making their Brier debut. Thomas Scoffin for the Yukon, and pretty special for Newfoundland Labrador to have another team here in Greg Smith. And Greg will have an opportunity to take on Brad Gushu for the very first time as they're in the same pool, and he's very much looking forward to that. The hit and roll in our feature matchup behind the corner.
Very nice.
Shade low.
Here you go. Yep.
Yep, hard.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa. Yep.
hard, hard, hard.
Whoa,
hard.
whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, Matt.
Okay.
It's fine.
Right center. You got her.
Okay. I had an 85 on Phil's guard, so it should run similar, hey? Speed?
Yeah. I was pretty positive with it, so.
75.
So as Scott Zachary throws, you heard the comment, okay, around center, and then obviously the skipper wants him to split the rings.
Yep.
Differences between the two calls, Kathy?
Well, you know, you split the rings. What you're saying is that you're trying to keep the stones as far apart as they can. You're trying to score 2. Mike McEwen is not going to try to utilize that center guard when there's 2 stones in play. And so it will force him out in the wings. If you go around, you can be protected, but then you force the play to the center. Mike comes down on top of you, and now that stone that's out in the 12-foot is essentially taken out of play. So you could, but this is an easier way by the book to get to.
Firm weight. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Anything, Matt. Okay.
Good.
Throw. Good throw. Control.
So for Paul, we'll try to hit and roll back out to the wings. Just keep it as far away from that center guard as you can.
Paul Fleming in his
touchdown
8th Brier appearance.
Oh, yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Phil, gotta go. Gotta go.
Use that shooter to stick around, and a
Wasn't down.
error there by the Nova Scotia third.
Is that good?
Yeah, I like that.
Same weight, Mike.
No.
Yep. Whoa.
I don't know if I want to roll buried.
Yeah.
The corner.
Nose is fine.
I don't mind following him down if you like that. I don't mind following him down.
What?
I don't mind following him down. Same.
It's going to be hard to make the roll. You're not going to make this roll.
Yeah. We still got the blank alive. If I,
Nose is fine.
it's not critical.
Normal. He was pretty solid.
You just calling for the same turn there, Kathy?
He is, and the reason that Paul's saying that he's not going to be able to make the roll under is he saw how close BJ Neufeld got to the corner guard by playing this out turn.
Yep.
And Paul also feeling that if you hit a nose and you stay in the open, that the blank is still very much on. By now, it's not looking very positive for a pair.
Shot. Nice throw.
Okay, thanks.
Wouldn't be my choice of
Probably get it
turn.
right to here for sure. Just kind of side button must be pretty good.
I'm thinking normal.
Sure.
I don't think this will go crazy.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think this will do anything too crazy. So I could actually make it with the out, but
Is that normal weight?
yeah,
Looks good.
should be good here, right?
So just a different turn, obviously, playing the in
Yeah.
instead of the out in this path.
And you can see why. That from the hack, there's that corner guard starts to get into your eyesight. You've got a lot of room
Clean.
with this turn.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Hard, Matty.
Hard.
Hard, Matty.
Whoa. Just leave it there. Okay.
Good throw. A little bit of curl there.
It was on the firm side too, right?
Yeah, it was curled a bit. It was firm.
So they'll put that in their back pocket and that path of ice.
Good throw. A little bit
I
of curl.
liked how I threw it.
Yeah, a little bit of curl there. You threw it hard too.
Well, considering the out turn kind of runs, that probably curls a little bit.
And you heard the uncertainty in Mike's voice just about the
There's
turn.
more, Paul.
Updated scores, Alberta still leads BC 1-0, a blank in the second. Sean Gill with hammer there. And same story between
Good weight. Yep. A little less than
the
you, Paul.
Northwest Territories and Team Canada.
Whoa.
A little less than you.
Blank on the board, and Jamie Cooey with hammer in 3.
Whoa. Uh-huh.
Okay, good throw.
Ooh, I guess probably.
Okay.
Jamie just really wanting to ensure that they stuck around because otherwise he knows that Mike will go around that center guard and he will be chasing.
Okay with that too.
No, I like the out. I'm more accurate with that. Normal weight. Think there.
So Mike's team will play hard for the roll behind that center guard now.
Normal weight. Like I had into the rock with BJ's, but he was firing it right. So this should be close.
Yeah, let's make it good.
Mine should finish for you.
Let's make it good.
Whoa.
Good normal.
No.
Close. Yep.
Whoa, never.
Mike McEwen, his final stone here in 2.
Ah. Okay.
It's max ice. Huh? It's max ice.
I got it a little steady.
Wasn't quite. Yeah. Maybe out of his hand I could have got it.
So no
Yeah.
roll.
And it's straight.
Little pop on it.
And it's straight too.
All right. Yeah. I mean, if I throw that.
Final stone here in 2. Jamie Murphy looking for the blank. Philip Kroll scrubs it all the way, and the blank on the board. So when we come back to Regina on this Monday morning on TSN, it will be Nova Scotia with Hammer down by 1.
A new format at the Brier and a new format for the annual Ford Hot Shocks. 15 teams started the week with a chance to win $15,000, and one lucky fan would receive a 2-year lease on a brand new 2018 Ford Escape SE. The field narrowed down to just 4 teams. In the final round, Team Northern Ontario pulls away, including a 5 in the Around the Horn triple takeout, finishing with a total of 69 points, and they win the $15,000. And Ford, giving back to individuals who go further in their community. Here in Regina, that individual, Mary Ann LaRock Omar. Oh my, she wins herself a 2-year lease on a brand new 2018 Ford Escape SE.
Our updates continue here at the Brandt Center. It is Newfoundland Labrador taking on Team Yukon out of the White Horse Curling Club. And that is the situation facing young Thomas Scoffin, who is here at the Brier for the very first time.
He was facing 4 in his first one, made a double and roll, but not completely under. And Greg Smith able to remove it. That is why Newfoundland Labrador lies 3.
And he'll bang it on the nose for a single. His import, Tom Appleman from Alberta. And getting to play with his dad as well, Wade Scoffin. So a nice experience for that young man to play in his first Brier with Pops. In our feature matchup, it was a blank on the board in that second end, courtesy Jamie Murphy. So he has Hammer here in 3, throwing the Yellowstones.
Another option is here.
You tried to get me on that trivia yesterday. The first ever Brier was in 1927 in Toronto, and that was won by Nova Scotia. They won again in 1951. Mark Dacey, that incredible comeback win against Randy Ferbey in 2004, and that was the last time that Nova Scotia won the Briers, so 3 all-time. And that's what this team is trying to accomplish, ending that drought.
Top 4. Hard line, come on.
And Bruce Lonis is their coach. He was a part of that Mark Dacey team. He's coaching them this year.
Hard, keep going. Hard.
Trying to corner lock on that redstone.
Yeah, that's good. Good job.
Shot.
Crushing, guys.
A little ugly, eh? Yeah. It's not great, but this is good though. Like,
does he want it back 4-ish?
The option is hammering this right in the nose.
Stopping on the T line would be great.
14 here?
Yeah.
Even this wide?
Should be close, so.
I got light.
So Mike electing to utilize all of those stones as guards. They're all locked.
Hard.
And so if Matt Wozniak's able to bury, there won't be a lot of run opportunities for Nova Scotia.
That's really good.
Go, 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 line's great.
Denny. Keep going,
Hard,
Denny.
Den.
I can't wait for the Masters. That is going to be fantastic on TSN and CTV, and great to see Tiger Woods back competing and healthy for a change and playing in multiple events, not just one, and then backing out for months on end. So it's going to be pretty special.
Had a chance to go to Augusta 1 year for the Masters, and it was one of the few places I've been in my life that is so much better than what you see on TV, and what you see on TV is spectacular.
This might be smarter.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Brandt Center. Brian Mutra, Kathy Gauthier with you. Want to apologize. We've had some weather in the Regina area and a temporary problem with our feed back to Toronto. But we're back with you, and we are in the third end. It is Team Wildcard, a 1-0 advantage. Nova Scotia with Hammer here in the third end, throwing the yellow stones. Wildcard, the red stones. We're in the third rocks, and As Mike McEwen looks things over, it is
Just take it if you
BJ
don't
Neufeld
roll.
in the hack.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we're third and fourth, or we're third too, right?
Not a.
We're.
I don't know if you're third,
fourth,
BJ. You're
that's-
certainly second.
Okay.
I would
Wow.
argue
Let's
that
make
the
this-
third stone is the one
Bumper!
hidden behind the guard.
Bumper weight!
Close, Danny, really close.
Yep,
Weight's good.
Yep.
As BJ throws his stone,
good.
we'll update you. Alberta, British Columbia, Sean Gill throwing the red stones. And you can help me here, Kath. I think if he hits and sticks, I think it's four.
I do as well.
Good shot.
Good shot. Really good.
Nothing wrong with
Clean. Whoa, whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Jeff Richard in the house calling line for BC. And Brad Wood, the alternate out there, as David Harper has returned home, expecting a birth of a baby.
Nicely done. There's four.
And if Dave and family are watching that back home, they'll be thumbs up as four on the board. So nice job as BC looks for win number 1 at this year's Brier.
Good throw, bud.
Hack. Clean.
Paul Fleming for Nova Scotia here in the third.
Board. Board. Board.
Throwing the quiet weight, trying to get to the inside.
Yes. Both big.
Audible now to roll it across.
That's good there. That's a good shot, actually.
Good, Paul.
Shot.
Moses has got the double.
that. He rolled too far, and he's got this.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a good shot.
Okay.
You can't afford to nose it.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Thinking like an easy.
Yeah, whatever you like. Easy, bomb. You like easy?
I do.
Okay.
And easy at this point in the game is going to be very predictable and run straight. I think where it caught Mike in the first end is just so much pebble still, and so the rocks move more. Lots of rocks in this path by now.
That curls. Or should still curl.
Kind of wait.
Easy.
This team in their third consecutive
inch
Brier,
more.
2016, an 8-3 record.
Just easy.
Last year, Mike McEwen and company, the number 1 seed after round robin play. They were 9-2. And 2 appearances in the bronze medal game. Lost one of those to Brad Jacobs and won one of them against Brad Jacobs. And looking for a better showing this year in Regina. Mike McEwen, his first here in 3.
Jeez.
Well, maybe. Okay.
And their frustration is they feel they've set up the double for Jamie Murphy. Still pretty sharp.
Or if you roll it, okay.
You only have to move it.
Yeah.
That's definitely number 3. So.
Turned you like probably in turn, eh?
These are just warping. Jeez, I was telling myself too, it'd be better to roll out than nose.
Yeah. Skeptical 2/3. Just want to roll over top.
What kind of weight, Murph?
Like a normal.
Yeah.
That's the thing we talked about with the Magic Mike, just uncertain in his own head.
Over on sheet D, Northwest Territories, Jamie Cooey always seems to bring his best game against some of the favorites, and looking good against Team Canada. His final stone in 3, and Jamie with an opportunity to draw in for a pair.
Already lying 1, does
good to
need
me.
full 8 foot,
Mine's good.
almost a bite of the 4 foot for the second point.
Whoa, if you can.
curl a bit.
Whoa, if you can. Whoa, you're fine.
Mine's good.
Jamie Cooey, Chris Shilley,
curl.
Brad
Still gotta curl,
Chorokowski,
guys.
Robert
Mine's
Borden
good, mine's
out of
good,
the
mine's
Yellowknife
good.
Curling Center. Just needs to stop in time for 2.
Wow.
And it does.
Oh, I think.
So 2 on the board for Northwest Territories and a 2-1 advantage. He beat Kushu last year at the Brier, and his sister Carrie Galusha. Each and every Scotty's tough too. I remember she was the first team from the north to beat Team Canada as well when she knocked off Jennifer Jones. I forget the year, but
Yeah, agreed.
they play him tough.
Trying to hold the center
rock
line.
half.
So you thinking this
Well,
might be just
mission not
run a bit
accomplished
better?
by Nova Scotia in the nose instead of the
Narrower on
hit and roll under
Slightly,
or the
not much,
double?
but
I'm not loving what I'm seeing with.
I think if you have easy weight right here, I think that should be good.
Okay.
Right?
Let's do it. Yeah. That's good.
Mike just not confident in this spot with the weight.
I think this is a way. I think there's a hill, a bit of a ridge out wider. I'm hoping I'm inside it. I mean, nose isn't the worst, but I'd love to roll Denny's way about a rock and a half. Okay. Be ideal.
And the nose isn't the worst. It's very sharp. You'd have to play the angle across. Might be hard to keep the shooter in playing the double. Talking about what Nova Scotia might play if he does nose.
Hair more weight.
More weight.
Whoa, clean.
Close, though.
Yep.
No.
Whoa, clean.
Hard.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa, no. Nope.
Okay.
Right on the beak. Shot me.
Nice. Good shot, Mike.
That's good. Well,
Yeah.
probably try it maybe with down weight.
Is the
Hair
double
more
there
weight,
for 2?
But
That's pretty tough.
Fair on the nose.
If you play the double from the other side, you can make it, but you lose your shooter, so it's only 1. So the risk to just get 1, you might as well just play the simpler shot, which is the nose hit. And that's exactly what Jamie's decided to do.
Control. Clean. 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 Yep. Clean. Yep. Whoa, clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Clean. Clean. Nice throw.
Well executed on the nose. And a single on the board for Team Nova Scotia. We have a 1-1 tie here in Regina. Update time. Well, this is the first time in 11 years that Brad Gushue has not represented Newfoundland and Labrador at the National Championship. He's here, obviously, as Team Canada. And what an opportunity for Greg Smith here for the very first time. He said he's dreamed of this moment since he was 8 years old. I'm assuming, Kathy, he did not dream about facing 4 with his final stone here.
Well, he certainly has been very entertaining to watch. A crowd favorite very early on in this, Brier. Does need to find some draw weight, some good draw weight.
Shot, Greg.
Makes a lot of shots.
That is a good shot, Greg. Finds the forfeit, so a clutch draw. It is Newfoundland Labrador leading Team Yukon 2-1 after 3. We're still waiting for our first deuce in our feature matchup between Team Wildcard out of Manitoba and Nova Scotia. As they've traded singles, a blank in 2. So here in 4, hammer back to Team Wildcard. And Mike McEwen throwing the red stones.
They don't want to nose it. You'd like to make the double. Okay, fine.
What I love about curling so much, Kathy, is that there's a million different ways to win or lose, and there's a lot of different strategy.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have that tight corner guard. You could have elected to use it. They're electing to play the double here, and I guess neither call is wrong.
No, neither call is wrong, and I think part of that call was because one was in the forefoot.
Good throw. That's fine.
And I also think it speaks to where Mike is at in his head. You can see him throwing the rock well, but just that indecision about where to put the broom, and you can see when he's sitting in the hack, and that goes back to the opening comment about channeling his inner Magic Mike. His numbers have been good. It's not about that, but you can just see his hesitancy and just not that confidence that he has certainly exuded in the past.
Paul. Paul. Hard Paul.
I don't know. We're just whipping him under the corner.
Still heavy. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, wide too.
So?
And now the door wide open here in this 4th end for Wildcard to generate 2 or more.
Mine?
Yeah.
Came up quarter inch, half an inch.
easy. Whoa.
Oh,
Clean.
off.
Clean.
Yep. Clean.
Yep.
Clean.
Clean.
Clean. Just clean, Danny.
Nice weight, easy weight.
Okay. Yeah, nice weight.
Coming down a bit. Curling.
Attaboy.
Shot. Shot, Matty.
Nice straight one there, Scott.
Saw a few of these.
And the reason Jamie's playing out in the wing rather than the wide open one is he's hoping to get that roll behind that corner guard. He's trying to utilize something.
Good.
Control.
Oh.
No.
It's good.
Oh. Never, Phil.
Never, Phil. Okay.
It's a little dangerous, though. Mike McEwen, again, does have last rock. So the corner guard is more his friend than Jamie's.
Okay.
And Scott Zachary just hangs on in the weeds to touch 12 foot.
Love to flip it in behind that guard.
I don't mind this.
That's a douche. Seems pretty straight here. Yeah. Somebody. Good normal.
Yep.
Hard,
Whoa.
hard.
Whoa.
Good.
And that just
throw.
hangs on. That's the real
Straight,
weeds
straight,
now
eh?
there, Kathy. Just
Dead straight.
Throw easy on that line, probably.
Bumper.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Cut away.
Normal?
Yeah.
Normal. Normal.
Close. Ball.
Well, it's a very, very straight spot. It doesn't really fall back, but it doesn't do anything.
Okay, Paul. Okay.
so you're watching at home and you say, wow, that's what? A number of stones in a row, same path, and they didn't figure it out. Is it just a matter of trusting that it will go? Like,
You know what? I don't think it will, to be really honest with
I don't
you.
know if you'd ever
It's
wanna
one of those
try
things
that.
that if you take less and you happen to touch the red guard, you graze it in. So they're being a little bit generous
Save
with
that
the
for you,
ice, but
maybe.
it just runs.
It's not a bad call.
Might just set up a double into a spot where he can make another double.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Top 8 weight is good. Yeah.
Denny's guard slid.
Yeah.
I think at this point, if you're able to split the house, utilize your corner guard, you put Jamie Murphy in some trouble. You're already on third stones. And if you bury one, Jamie will be
Right only.
forced to go after the stone that is
D-line.
open.
Line's tight. Just line. Heavy.
Whoa.
Heavy.
Whoa, tee's too much.
We're like back 8.
We're going here. This is where we're going.
It's there.
Right here.
I think it's there, Mike.
It's got to stop.
Oh, he's almost through the house. It's through.
Nose.
you saw him grimace a bit, BJ, as soon as he let it go,
Forward.
like just a little bit too much pop.
Forward. Yep. Yep.
So the end turns around here
Clean.
for Nova Scotia. A chance to
Clean.
Put it down.
Yep.
hit
And
this on the nose.
not, yes, absolutely not looking for a roll anywhere near that corner guard. Want to stay out into the open.
Good, Paul. Shot. Nice throw. Good.
Yeah.
Good throw.
Make a roll.
Easy.
Off. Just
Close.
easy.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Gotta go. Hard.
Hard, Matty. Hard, Matty.
Hard,
Hard, hard,
hard.
hard, hard.
Oh, no. Yeah, Mikey.
Yeah,
Mikey.
yeah. Good.
Nice shot, Beach.
And that hangs on. Back 12 as
Throw Beach.
BJ Neufeld responds with a nice hit and roll.
Huh?
A little tougher for
Shift
Nova
curl
Scotia
there.
to deal with.
It was pretty good.
Well, you can throw the out-turn peel and probably roll it here. Or Mike threw one there in the second end off the line pretty hard, and it was just gradual the whole way.
I think I still want to throw weight at it even if we're throwing the intern.
What?
I think even if we're throwing the intern, I want to throw weight at
I
it.
agree. I agree. Do you want to take a look at it from down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, from this angle, it looks like the in-turn is the shot for sure, but keeping in mind that that red guard is the one that's going to...
great.
Yeah, you touch that red one at all,
Probably
it goes
the
in the
in-turn
house.
with Peel, I think.
Give you some more ice, too.
Firm, firm, yeah.
But that's got to be slick there.
Off the line, it's super fast.
Well, like they thought it was, you know, stopping.
It's got to be 15 seconds, probably close.
Yeah, like they were calling T-line and then back 8, and then it was through.
What kind of weight? I like it with Teal.
There's your analysis.
I was going to say, he's got a broadcasting career in his future.
Calling top 8, back 8, and then it was 3. But I think that statement really does speak volumes, that it caught the sweepers unaware as well. They did not think BJ was as heavy as he was.
Whoa, never.
Through the ports.
Okay.
Away it goes.
Dot.
Or just bury it.
I think bury it and then makes a mistake. I mean, it's a hard shot. So
yeah, it's a hard shot.
I think just bury it.
Update on Sheet B. Brendan Botcher, Team Alberta, the Yellowstones, BC, the Redstones. And they looked at this for a while, Kathy. What did they come up with?
They're going to play that yellow that is on the Tim Hortons Cup and run it back, try to make the double.
Brendan Botcher. On it, off it, run it back, bangs the one. And he gets 1 to go, but it will be a steal of 1 for Sean Gill and BC, and they're looking strong to pick up their first win, a 5-1 advantage after 4. And Botcher, keep in mind, undefeated in back-to-back Alberta provincials to get to the Brier again, so very strong in his home province. Not his morning, at least so far, though, here in Regina.
Top 8, Beach.
Top 8
right now, Matty.
And our feature, Mike McEwen, is first here in 4, trying to use that corner guard.
Room. Line's good.
And Barry
hard
one.
line. Hard line. Room. Hard line. Hard line.
Room.
Line's
Yeah,
perfect.
room.
Line's perfect. Hard.
Whoa. Easy, guys. Easy.
Beauty.
That's a great
Shot,
shot.
Mike. Really good shot.
And he sucks one in there for Shot Stone.
Well, great judgment. Then a chance on BJ's to see what it looked like.
Hard line.
Room.
Line's
Yeah,
perfect.
room.
Line's perfect. Hard.
They
Whoa,
carried
easy, guys,
that a
easy.
long way. They kept it straight to get by the guard.
Shot, Mike. Really good shot.
Yeah,
Great team
this
shot.
Is just better today, in general. Morning draw, right?
I like here.
Okay.
It'll finish.
Brad Gushu, Team Canada, scoring 2 in the 4th end, so they lead Jamie Cooey 3-2 there in 5. Cooey with hammer. So I guess options here, Kathy. You could run it back. I guess you could come off your yellow if you chose to. It looks like they're playing the draw, corner or freeze.
But if this is what your gut's telling you, go with it. Where's he at? Is he top 8 or is he on the tee?
It's just above the tee line. Okay. Well, do you want to go?
Yeah, let's go talk about it.
I don't think his players agree with this call. Just as you said, Muddy, there are some other options. They're going to come down and discuss it further.
They were thinking the run back.
Red.
Yeah. The freeze probably is pretty tough. You got to be pretty perfect.
No,
right?
it's very precise.
Okay. I'm good with the run.
Okay, so are you thinking over curl or
Yeah.
air high?
Over curl to the rings.
Yeah, I like that.
You good with that?
So just inside middle?
Yeah.
Tell them to use you.
And a good discussion. The corner freeze on a stone in front of the tee line is really tough. We just showed you the sweeping and how close Mike McEwen got to that guard. And so to get close enough without bouncing off and giving up a shirt too is really, really precise and tough. And Jamie hasn't thrown a lot of specific draws. This shot is a run back. You pick it out. It's still tough because you're playing off your opponent's stone.
Hard. Whoa.
But probably easier than the corner freeze.
Bang it, clip it.
Hard, Paul. Hard.
Did he get it enough?
All you got.
Shot.
And he does. And the yellow even comes in for a biter, so a little bonus as well.
I like that.
Yeah, hint turn, eh?
Yeah. Oh, scared of you backwards.
Yes,
Well, they almost lost that at the end. It started to curl hard.
All you got.
Shot.
Good sweeping, kind of. What about that sweep? That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, it's kind of sweeping into the stone. I'm not sure anybody would advocate for that. He's trying to slow it down, but he managed to get it out anyway.
Obviously reading Russ Howard's book, Successful Sweeping and Beyond.
Yes.
Not a lot of pictures in that book, though.
Well, not with Russ sweeping, anyways.
So nice shot there from Jamie Murphy. Forces the blank here. In 4 for Mike McEwen. His final stone.
And nicely done.
Away it goes. So 2 singles, 2 blanks. When we come back in 5, it will be Team Wild Card with Hammer. Welcome back to our Brier coverage in Regina. And after some discussion, they changed the call, and it turned out to be a good decision as Jamie Murphy came through in that previous end.
Well, they really did. Mike McEwen made a great shot to go around and try to set up his deuce. He was going to play the corner freeze. Good team discussion from the hack. Changed his mind to play the run back. He is playing his opponent's stone. You could hear the panic in their voice, thinking they'd lost it. But the front one in. The biggest thing is it changed the momentum. If he doesn't make that, Mike McEwen scores 2, and then that could be enough to send that wild card team off to victory.
The key shot brought to you by Purex. Find comfort in Purex.
A little tight.
So still waiting for our first deuce of this game here in 5 once again. It is Mike McEwen, Team Wild Card, with Hammer throwing the red stones. Lead stones on the way. This one from Nova Scotia lead, Philip Kroll.
Hard line, gotta go.
Hey, guys.
Oh, overcurling. Leave it short. Okay. Okay, Phil.
Okay, bud.
Top button.
That's a little lace. Out there.
Top 8. Okay, line's good.
Take a look. Gotta go.
Rim.
Top 4.
Line's good.
You gotta go. Freeze it, boys. You can get it there, Matty. Go. Go, Matty, go. Line's really good. Go.
Just BJ's.
Go.
Right here.
Trying to get the finish to get to the front of the yellow stone.
That angle. Really good shot.
Very nice shot.
Ah. I could have got him the switch.
Update over on Sheet C. It is Yukon taking on Newfoundland Labrador. Newfoundland Labrador, the Yellowstones. And Thomas Scoffin has 1 in there, I believe. I don't know. How does he get 2 here, Kathy?
It's close now.
I'm watching with you.
Go. Tom, get ready. Okay, Walt.
Thomas, great junior career in Alberta. Played for the University of Alberta as well.
Just ran very, very straight in that path.
I think that was pretty tough to get 2 in there.
Yeah,
That
it
would
was.
have been
The
a
scoring area was really tight.
real challenge. So he'll take his single, though. And they're tied up.
No bounce.
Top 4.
No bounce.
We're not bouncing. No, it's okay.
Okay. Good.
Just freeze right on the nose or a hair low. Right in the nose is good.
You want to get a hair low. If you can.
I think it's like a 15 almost.
It's not quite a 15. 14 and a half, I think, for sure.
Line's good.
Gotta go.
Line's tight.
Line's
Now,
tight.
the ice is really, really good this morning. It's been good, but we've
Top 12.
heard different
Line, Dave.
times throughout the day. We've heard 13 and a half. We've heard a variety of things.
Yep.
Now, that's a
Hard.
15-7.
Bounce
And it will be light.
Hard, Denny. Hard. Good sweep.
That means it's about 15, and it's certainly carrying far this morning.
I just think it's pure light.
What? I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
So great ice conditions. This is the kind of surface. It looks harder, and it looks like the rocks are sliding
A
better.
little slower.
Makes for better sweeping conditions.
Like 5 feet. Okay.
75?
Yeah.
Whoa. Looks like a ton.
I don't mind it.
Weight's good. Whoa line. Whoa
Lots
line,
of room.
Phil. You can't. You just can't yet.
Lots of
How's the
room.
weight?
Top
Weight's
8.
good. Yep.
Yep. Coming down.
Room. Whoa.
Room.
Has to curl.
Still got room.
It has to curl.
Hard, Paul.
Go, Paul, hard. Whoa, whoa.
Oh,
Oh.
Not bad. Oh, boy. Oh, that's not great.
Okay.
Oh, so close to quartering that, eh?
Half's good.
Yeah, curls a little bit more. It's perfect. Just didn't finish.
Half rock with normal.
And so Mike now looking to open up the front with last
This
rock.
should be a nice spot.
Yeah, Lucky, does that red one spring free into the rings possibly, Kathy, or is she gone?
If you're hitting it really thin, it could.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Yep, yep.
That's good. That's good there.
Call, Muddy.
Shot, Matt.
Shot.
Shot, Matty, attaboy. Real good.
Sorry.
Hit that and roll in the middle. Okay. Put a lot of granite in front of them, right?
Yeah.
Pass me the beast. Thanks.
And the beast is actually his,
The other thing you
his
could
delivery
do is you
broom.
could nose this like a little low.
It's actually one of my favorite
make
wines,
that go
Kathy. I got
away.
excited when he said that. They had a bottle of that
thought
down
they were
there.
coming to the booth?
There's
That's
the
the
beast.
That'll bring that other one into play that they just threw. Yeah, I mean, you'll have 4 yellow in here. You want time?
No. Hurry up.
Bring the beast with you.
I'm afraid we're going to lose 2 yellows over here.
Well, you shouldn't lose any. Just control weight and roll right to there. It's just this angle is just it's not good.
It's horrible. I know.
And it's
I mean,
it's also protecting this one.
If you want, I can throw
No. We're not
heel
going
and
to
get
throw.
rid of that and that.
No, I don't like that because then that one is going to come into play. But if you played this, just to get the 3 to there, and the 7 should go to there.
I like your first call more than that.
Okay. What turn?
Oh,
Okay. Board? Board?
it's like a heavy board.
So you get rid of that stone. You might be wondering about the play in the middle. Even though there are 3 yellow to 2 reds, the red in the middle is actually in a great spot. To make a play, you can't hit the one by the center line, yellow onto red, because you drive the red on your own yellow. If you hit the yellow one on the right side as you look at it, you're going to lose the shooter. So moving those stones around is not what they want to do. You could tap them,
Heavy board.
but hit weight could be fatal for Nova Scotia. So they're going to get the one that's up top, maybe roll towards the center. And it's also eliminating another red stone. There's your roll.
Shot, Paul.
Okay. Shot, Paul.
Good shot. These 2/3 are really a story. They are the best ones on the ice or of their teammates. And when you go head to head, look at the numbers. There's only Mark Nichols that leads them. They are 2nd and 3rd respectively. Their numbers coming in, well, they're identical. Great percentages, great plus and minuses. But what this also says to you is that if either one of these gentlemen happens to fail, the other one's going to eat their lunch pretty quickly.
Again, right here for nose. Yeah. Hard.
So big weight, BJ Neufeld trying to remove some of that yellow granite.
Jeez.
And he gets 2 to go, but man, now that yellow is glued on the red.
It is.
Top button.
Oh, watch it.
Okay, nose takes them all? Yeah. I like that intern. I threw that already.
Over at Sheet D, it is Team Canada, a 3-2 advantage over Jamie Cooey, Northwest Territories. And it looks like Brad Gushu is lying 1-2 with one to come from Mr. Cooey.
Brad Gushu just made a really nice soft weight intern come around, tap back to lie those 2.
Mine's tighter. Whoa, Brad. Whoa, Brad.
So Jamie will try to follow that path.
Well, if you're happy. Wait, only.
It needs to get to the inside to get shot.
Close. Yep.
Chris Shilly calling line. He's one of 5 men to represent at least 3 provinces or territories in the Brier.
Be a lost time.
Little wick. Oh, what touch. Lovely job from Jamie Cooey.
That is a very nice shot.
Just finesses it right in there.
If we're gonna play
That's
the
well
nose,
done
then
to tie it
we're
up at 3 after
probably
5.
conceding a blank.
Well, we'll be sitting 3.
Yeah, I know, but they're all going to be lined up.
Yeah, but there's only 3 rocks left.
Okay, I'm okay with this.
Who shot? Not that it matters, right?
There, yeah. If you like it, I'm fine with it.
Okay. All right.
Well, a chance to make a lot of things happen. You hit this one on the nose. This stone goes out this way. Come with me. It's not coming back. And it's probably going to catch. Oh, my goodness, I'm a disaster. Let me draw it like this way.
You're finally
this one
realizing
goes there.
it's
This
the
one
first
goes
step.
there.
Kat.
This one catches that one. And they all go away. I failed at just.
But your mind is Aster, which is wonderful.
Yes, I can.
Yes. Whoa. Yes. Left. Hard. Left.
Hard.
Hard, Murph.
Hard, Murph, hard.
And just like that, the Reds disappear. Magical is Paul Fleming.
Now, they were lined up to do that. You heard Jamie Murphy say, well, we're going to leave ours all lined up, and who cares? You get rid of 3 red stones.
If he nuts one, he's rolling out probably. So. Good call.
If you would have bet me a couple stones ago, Kathy, there would be a blank possibility. I would have laughed.
And I think that sometimes when people just see line scores at home, they think people are running them up and down. And this is a great example of where we may wind up with a blank, and that's not at all been the case.
Whoa. 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 Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Good.
You might not throw.
Nose roll to there.
Is he coming around that?
Which one?
Your shooter.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Kind of wait, Murph.
This board.
Okay.
Really like the way
Go on,
Jamie
Mitch.
Murphy and Paul Fleming work together.
I do
A lot
too.
of discussion. It's been good chemistry, I think.
And I thought a great example of that was last end when Paul Fleming wanted to make that triple. And Jamie said, well, you're going to leave all 3 of them lined up. And Paul just said, it doesn't matter. At least they're going to be yellow. And Jamie at that point thought this is a guy that in Paul that wanted to play that shot, was going to make that shot. And he let him throw it, and he did make that shot.
Board. Little down. Yep.
And reverse on this one. Jamie wants to hit this and stick around, and Paul said, well, don't you think he'll go around? And Jamie said, I'm fine with it. So they have a way of raising options with each other and letting things go, and no one is offended.
Okay.
Mind you, Beach, like, he just puts a top button and.
Well.
Nice shot.
Yeah, a little down maybe.
I'm okay with that too.
Okay, real fun.
I mean, if you roll too far.
And if I'm
I like
heavy,
it.
they gotta go.
Yeah. Just be good here. Denny threw his draws here. That was good speed.
Brendan Botcher battling back. He scored 2 in the 5th end. But it is Sean Gill, BC, leading 5-3 with Hammer in 6.
Back 8 or?
I don't think that's a great call because then he lays it on the lid on me, boys. They're not gonna make a run. I would prefer him to make the run than not.
Okay.
What do you think? Put this on the lid?
Okay.
If it's heavy, though, you got to go back 8, man.
Yeah.
Here you go, Mickey.
Another update for you. Yukon, Newfoundland, Labrador locked in a 2-2 tie as both these teams search for win number 1. And right now it is shot stone belonging to Team Yukon with one to come from Greg Smith.
This is back 8, yeah.
He's talking about back 8 weight to get around the guard and tap that redstone back for 3. I am right behind where Greg is throwing, and it is over buried. But obviously on this sheet, they feel that it will finish enough to do that.
Come on, Denny, take it.
The young skip from St. John's. A big scrub. Can they move that red enough? And they just tapped it enough. Is it good for 2?
Well, 1 for sure.
Is it 2?
2.
Yeah.
We saw that intern a few times.
He's good TV. He is great TV. You wait that long to get to the Brier. It's been his goal for a long time as a youngster.
Kind of left him hanging there on the high five, buddy.
And it is too, so well done. 4-2, a great team shot there. Newfoundland Labrador leading. And our feature, nice job from Mike McEwen to lock one there, and the run back is on now here for Jamie Murphy.
Well, they knew that by playing that hit on the last stone that is what Mike would do. Mike made it perfect. And so now you need the run back.
Scott Zachary, all he's got, and they will drive it by. And that is frustrating. They played a really solid end, but it's a sneaky deuce possibility for Mike McEwen. Skipper's deuce here in 5.
That's the right answer.
It's just the other ice, you're getting a little bit tight to that.
No.
Well, we'd have to shorten it up, right?
It's good.
Well, like if I go the out turn, I got to take tighter line, and we're not going to be.
I don't like that.
No,
I like
don't
this
either.
way better.
This is probably better.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll just be what, like 3-4 feet. You won't be able to drag it quite as much.
14. So 4 feet heavier here. That's all.
Yeah.
Great information.
That was a good push.
No, mine's really
It's
good.
been a really entertaining end. Tons of rocks in play, good shots from both sides. But what an opportunity here. Mike McEwen, his final stone.
Let's just clean. Just
wait
clean.
there.
And a chance for 2.
Real good. Clean it up. Clean it up.
They told him 14. That's 14.09.
Sweep, guys.
Good information.
Mike McEwen, the skipper's deuce. Taking advantage of a mistake from Jamie Murphy. Wild card leads 3-1 after 5.
The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada.
Well, it took 5 ends for a deuce to find its way up to the board, and that is for the team wild card. And their skip, Mike McEwen, is with Brian.
Mike, from a fan's perspective, that was a pretty entertaining 5th end. A lot of rocks in play, and then you pull out the skipper's deuce. You feel pretty confident here now with the lead after 5.
Yeah, that was kind of nice how that worked out. You know, they had us in some angle trouble, and we were able to open things up. And you know, fortunately, he was just a little bit off on his last one. Yeah, I feel pretty good. The ice is, you know, it's a little different today. It's actually, you know, it's probably as good as we've seen. So I like how we're reading the ice. Feeling pretty good about the first half.
Before the wild card game, it could have been a disadvantage knowing you come in, you got to win a game, you don't know the ice. Now that you're in, is maybe that extra game an advantage in getting comfortable with the situation and the ice?
Yeah, it certainly doesn't hurt. Probably the combat to that, though, is we had to manage energy levels after coming from a really big high and stressful game, and then, you know, you have a dip, right? So it's been a little bit challenging making sure our energy is up to play, because that you know, emotionally and mentally, that took a lot out of us on Friday night.
Good luck. Thanks for your time.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Well, let's take a look at the numbers after 5, and they're brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella. Well, really close at the bottom. 2 points on the board is the difference. 2 percentage points is at the bottom. The biggest difference when you look through the lineup is not at the thirds. They're right beside each other. It is at the skip level, where Mike McEwen is 85% and Jamie Murphy 65%. And that is the key. 65% got to be better in the second half.
The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by New Holland, equipped for a new world. By Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for over 20 years. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Beards are back. This is our 9th Brier representing Northern Ontario. We wouldn't want to wear any other colors, and everybody back home in Northern Ontario is going to be cheering for us, and hoping that we can bring the tankard back to Northern Ontario once again.
Being here this many times, you know what not to do, and I think after being here this many times, I can kind of figure that out and spread that word to the boys. We got a good core group of guys this year, and I think they're open to hearing what works and what doesn't work, so we're just trying to put that all on the table.
James Grattan back to the Brier for the first time since 2014. He has a pair of bronze medal finishes, taking on Brad Jacobs, the Olympic gold medalist from 2014, and the Brier champ in Edmonton in 2013. That is our matchup later on today, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. TSN 1, 3, 4, and 5. Vic, Cheryl, Russ, Kathy, myself, all your coverage right here on TSN of the Tim Hortons Brier. Our feature matchup this morning, Team Wildcard picking up 2 in the 5th end, the Skipper's Deuce. So they lead 3-1 over Jamie Murphy and Team Nova Scotia. So here in 6, down by 2, it is Team Nova Scotia with Hammer throwing the yellow stones.
It's good.
Whoa. Right on the cup. Good.
All right. Shot.
And before that corner guard even stops, Mike McEwen was on his way to put the broom down.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Really hard.
Clean.
Okay.
Good.
Shot, Matt.
A little higher is not bad.
Okay. Have a look.
Right here's good, Phil.
Higher's better.
Right here, right here.
And speaking of Nova Scotia, we'll be back in that beautiful province for
Clear it off.
the Scotties next year in Sydney. Looking forward to that.
Okay.
First time, I believe, it's ever going to be held on Cape Breton.
Yep.
And the winner of this year's Tim Hortons Brier
Yep.
off to Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas for the men's worlds.
Stayed there.
And Brandon next year, where the Brier is
Brier and
returning
Brandon,
champion.
you bet. We were there recently for a Canada Cup.
And it's, well, obviously my home province, but very excited about that. It's a great facility, as is this building here in Regina. It was interesting what Mike said about the ice when he talked to you at the 5th, that it is changing, and it is something that the Skips need to be aware of. It is more typical
all there, guys.
of a
Have a
morning draw, I would say, today than it was yesterday.
Phil.
Cooler
Good.
building conditions, crisper ice, faster conditions. We're definitely seeing that.
Good. Good.
And pretty clear cut for Mike, up 2 points. Will not allow any upfront stones to stay there, and that's why BJ is removing it instead of considering guarding their own.
Hard. Yep. Hard. Good.
Right out. Right out. Right out. Good throw.
Coming around it? Yeah. What do you think here in this path? 70?
Like that, a little more?
A little more? Yeah, a little more.
You're going to go all the way to the back 8. It should be close.
So electing to use this stone top 4 as a guard.
Just trying to find a way. They know that the odds of the McEwen team flashing or nosing on a guard is pretty remote. And so now that it's getting later in the end, do you go behind it? Do you go in front of it? What we're seeing the trend is that teams will utilize the opponent's stone to bury deep in the house, forcing Mike to run his own back, and if he ever doesn't make it and removes it, it allows a chance for 2.
Hard, you gotta go.
Great weight, but just no line on this so far.
Every inch, Scott, come on. Every inch, go, go,
Keep
go,
going,
go,
keep
go.
going.
Okay. Great weight.
Nice weight.
Low weight is ideal.
Okay.
Control. I threw here.
He's more than that.
Yep.
Really hard.
Really hard. Clean.
Weight's good.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Touch heavy.
No.
Jeez.
Okay.
Update time over on Sheet D. Team Canada. Northwest Territories locked in a 3-3 tie. And 1 stone to come from the defending champ from St. John's, Brad Gushu. And he has the broom down from Mark Nichols. And it's the hit for 2.
Clean, a little bit. Yep. Yep. Clean. Clean. Fine.
It's been quite the season for Brad Gushu and his team. He actually lost in the semifinal in Ottawa at the trials to Mike McEwen. Made the final in mixed doubles with Val Sweeting and lost to Caitlin Laws, John Morris. Said it's been an emotional year, and he said he took about 3 weeks off just to unwind and unplug from curling and reset and re-energize. And I apologize, it was not a hit, it was a draw. But that man usually makes either one, and it's good for 2.
And you know, not satisfied. He wanted to be top 4. And there was, it's too bad there's not a way to quantify the emotional fatigue of so many of these teams that knew they were going to be in the Olympic trials or were in the pre-trials, and just the emotional energy beyond all of the time in the gym, on the ice that they put in. And then once it's over, I think that at the end of the season, there will be a lot of people that will sleep for about a month.
Well, he even said, too, to start the mixed trials, his heart really wasn't in it.
I
Mentally,
understand that.
It was just so tough. And, you know, a lot of the players, in talking to them about the Olympics and what recently happened, and it's best to talk to the high-end athletes. I mean, they're the ones competing and trying to represent their country and win a medal, and everyone sort of has the same idea, is that give the teams maybe a little bit more time to get ready for those Olympic Games, and instead of right after losing your team's trials, here, bang, here's a new partner, good luck and good curling, right? Like, it's like right away. Whereas maybe they can somehow change it where you have a summer, or you have at least a couple months to get your new mixed partner, and, you know, you train and you get ready, and mentally you get ready for it. But
I think right now we're sending our athletes really tired. The process that we have in this country, because there are so many fantastic curlers, it's interesting. The curlers love it. They feel that the best teams come out. Nobody even questioned the teams that won this year. But it is a grind, because there are commitments once you win that you have to fulfill. And none of those commitments involve rest and recovery, which are 2 really big components after something like a trials. And you contrast that with someone like Nicholas Edin, who knew a year ago that he was going to go and can plan a schedule that allows some hard training, some rest, some hard training, some rest, some travel, some rest. And so it was really interesting to hear the curlers say the system's right, but the timing of it really needs to be looked at.
the blanket's empty here in 6 for Jamie Murphy. And Russ brought up a good point as well. John Schuster, he's been to a number of Olympics as well. It wasn't his first time. So that's another thing that you can use, that experience. Regardless, a conversation for another time. Blake on the board. Wild card leads 3-1 after 6. Welcome back to the Brand Center. Regina, the Queen City, holds about 6,000 people as we get closer to crowning a Canadian men's champion here on TSN. Group play continues, and Pool A is our feature this morning. Team Wildcard a 3-1 advantage over Nova Scotia, a blank in 6. So here in 7, once again, it is Jamie Murphy with hammer throwing the yellow stones. Corner goes up from Philip
right
Kroll.
here.
First stone from Denny Neufeld, back 4.
Line's good.
It's really good.
Line's nice.
Top
Curling
8.
nice. Line's
Top 8.
good.
Weight's good.
Full 8. Full 8. You can almost nibble. Full 8. Full 8. Yep. That's a good spot.
Attaboy, Denny. Perfect.
Nice shot. Force.
Well, decision time.
What turn you like? Whatever works better.
So electing to tap the stone back. Could also go around the corner guard. That is an option as well.
Weight's good. Back 4. Back 8. Clean it. Back 8. Yep. Weight's perfect. Gotta go. Hard line. Hard, gotta go. Hard, gotta go. Hard. Oh, maybe a little down. A little light.
Yeah.
Good throw.
Okay.
Shot.
He's trying to create a little pocket.
Yeah, and I think, you know, not only create the pocket, but move the stones behind the tee line, something he can freeze to. The one
you roll a bit to the
thing
outside,
that we've really seen with these stones is they favor whatever team is up. If you're down, it doesn't really matter how good your freeze is. It's going to go out, and there's been a lot of discussion,
I don't mind
and
firm.
it's building about what might have to happen with the curling stones, especially in men's play with up weight. There's really nothing that's safe.
Yep. Hard.
Hard beach.
Hard. Hard. Whoa. 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 Just. That's
good.
Real
That's
good.
better.
I think they'd have been happy to lose that one, that redstone entirely, I'm sure.
Wouldn't have broken his heart if it went out.
Let's go. Over the top. Yeah.
Let's roll the center.
Yep. Back to 80s. Back to 12ish. Let's go, Scott. Nice straight one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Whoa. Board. Yep. Whoa. Board. Yep. Yep. Ball. Yep. Ball. Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Sit. Good.
One redstone will go. Still shot stone to team wild card.
Oh, close.
In Aberdeen, Scotland, we have our eye on the Canadian juniors, led by Skip Tyler Tardy out of BC. And a nice win here, 4-2 over the United States. And keep in mind, Andrew Stapera was the silver medalist last year, so that's a big win. And you have a lot of family ties to this team as well, Kathy?
Well, I do, and my son got the call this morning at 10 o'clock that he would be playing third in that game. He'd already played against Sweden in a victory, but the boys were coming off a loss against Scotland and playing an undefeated USA team. And so it was really important for Canada to try to medal, which was something that did not happen last year. To try to get a win and bring United States back, and they were able to do that, so awesome for them.
And you're also the aunt of the Tardy boys.
I am, so there's 3 people that and you know what, I like the other 2 as well, but I have no blood relation with the other 2, but obviously my heart's over there in Scotland.
Way better.
And Nova Scotia will be watching Team Jones very closely,
They
the
will.
women that are representing Canada, and they have a couple of world champs on that team already, so good luck to them as well.
Same record for the junior women, losing only 1 game so far, and that was to Scotland. And so they'll be looking for a bounce back today.
Who do they have today, Kathy? Do you know off the top of your head?
It's usually the same, the boys and the girls, so they would be taking on the United States as well.
Back 4. Line's great. Weight's perfect. Line's great.
Line's real good.
Whoa, room. Whoa.
Oh, it's got to curl a bit.
Got to curl. Has to curl. Back 4. Has to curl.
Just to it.
Okay, line's good now.
Line's good. Just to it. Line's good.
Ball's rocking anybody. Has to cross it a bit. Whoa. Beauty. Good.
Very nice.
I was trying to just...
And the Tardy boys beat Tanner Horgan in Northern Ontario in that final, and Tanner is here as an alternate for Brad Jacobs in Northern Ontario. And I'm sure the men's teams are hoping those guys stay in junior as long as possible, right? If they are.
But the great news for curling is how quickly the transition seems to be. Even though the level of play in curling has increased, more and more we're seeing that it's not 5, 6, 7 years before the juniors make their mark once they're out. It's quicker, and that's great for a program that looks for transition.
And young Matt Dunstone picked up his first Brier win. He's the fourth rock thrower for Steve Laycock. And there you see Tanner over the shoulder. He's watching. So there you go. He's in the house doing some scouting.
Thanks.
Caleb Flaxey in there beside him as well, the coach of Northern Ontario.
Well, that jab by BJ gives Nova Scotia a chance. Try to score 2. Get back to even. Trying to roll a little bit to the broom side. Keep some separation away. And also make the double a lot more difficult.
Board.
Yep, gotta go.
Board. Yes.
So, Kathy, an update. The junior women did beat the United States this morning, 8-3. They have Korea tonight. So,
No, leave it.
I knew that they'd be playing United States for sure. I was not aware they'd won. That's awesome for them.
That's sweet, Phil.
It's fine.
It's good, Paul.
Good there.
Think so.
Think so.
If he knows the other one, he's just rolling into that pocket. On top of our other one.
Take this.
Just easy weight.
Easy.
Weight's good.
No.
Yep.
Oh. No.
Nose is not bad.
Nose is okay. That's fine.
That's good.
Roll that.
Good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Rings are tight for him, right?
Yeah, very.
Good shot, Beach.
Rings are any good? Probably, Love it.
Even right on it. It's fine, isn't it? Yeah.
Right there.
Is that gonna?
I'm worried. I think if we get it on this side, it's a little better.
You're okay if we're 1 and 3.
We should be number 3
We gotta
right
make sure
here.
we're.
I think if we're number 3 right here, it's pretty good. I worry if you're right there. If
Yeah.
Not hammers that right
You think
there.
that might go all the way up?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But if you're right here, I don't think it can.
Question becomes,
What if we're
where
dead
do you
frozen on
put
the
this?
You know, that's what I just said. I
No,
don't-
you
I
can
don't-
like a little hot.
This side?
Yeah. That's money, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. But if you're here, this one should be here for a while.
Right. I
Right?
agree.
If he goes hitting this one should be here for a little
Right.
while.
But if he
We'll
hits
be able to
and
get
rolls
at
over there.
this.
Okay.
You call timeout.
I like your call.
Timeout?
I don't think so, Murph.
Okay.
Well, it's a good call.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, right there.
Yeah. Overcurl is
So
disaster.
if he hits and rolls over there.
Yeah, but we're going to be whatever, and then we can make this roll over here. So we got to be number 3.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
So you don't want to draw in this area here, even though you'd like to. For Mike, he makes this run back, and then you're in trouble. So the thing is that even though you're grouping your stones, if you're in this area here,
Close, Paul.
there's no way to remove it this way because you've got a catcher, and you go this way, you still have a catcher. So they know that if they go in to either on the nose of that red stone in the 8-foot or into the crotch of the 2 red stones, it's protected for a while, feeling that Mike will hit the open stone, and then they still have backing with those 2 red stones, and then you might see them go to the other
Back
side.
4. Hold in. Weight's good.
Line's perfect. Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Line's great. Weight's good. Little bump. Small bump.
No bump.
Back 8. Whoa. Back 8. Back 4.
Whoa.
Back 4.
Scots of
Back
anybody.
4. Heavy. Back
Scots
4.
of anybody.
Back 4. No bump.
Sit. That's good.
Shot.
Pretty good, I think. Shot, Paul. Yeah, good call.
I think it'd be nice to get this one out of the way. Squeeze this.
You jam this into there, you're lying 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Just miss this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind the intern.
Jamie Cooey was the first skip
off,
ever from the
really,
North to make the playoffs in the Page playoff system. Played in the 3-4 game against his brother Kevin. And he's trying to give Team Canada Brad Gushu all he can handle, but he needs a good draw here. His final stone in 7, the intern draw against 3.
Needs half of the stone to be in the 8-foot.
You're right on nose right now. Easy, easy.
He does have backing, and if he comes to either one of them on the nose, he will be okay.
God damn it.
Jamie Cooey made the trip to Korea to cheer on his brother and really enjoyed that atmosphere and meeting the other Team Canada athletes. And that is good for his single, so he pulls within 1, 5-4. Team Canada still leads after 7. In our feature matchup, so you saw the stone that was thrown by Paul Fleming.
Yep.
We're going to skip stones now here in
Really
7.
hard.
Mike McEwen, the big weight to try and get some yellow
Really
granite
hard.
moving.
Hard, Matt. Hard, hard,
Matt
hard,
Wozniak
hard.
has been pounding it, and a nose hit.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Man.
Halfway. Yeah, should. Nose. Yeah.
A final stone, as we look at the update from Newfoundland and Labrador, he hit a stone out in the wing, did Greg Smith, and he rolled towards the center. That is that yellow stone. The only thing is for Newfoundland Labrador, you can see how much space there is, and so an opportunity here for Thomas Scoffin to tap that stone out for 3.
Scoff and Kathy played in 7 Canadian Junior Curling Championships, 6 of them with Yukon. But when he was with Alberta in 2013, led the team to the final and lost to Manitoba's Matt Dunstone, who's now playing for Saskatchewan. So this young man now getting his Brier experience. Shooter needs to stick around, though. And it rolls a little bit too far. So just 2 red, but Yukon ties it up in a battle of rookie skips. They're locked up at 4 after 7. One of those teams will pick up win number 1 and their first ever Brier victory.
I think so. Looks good. Ward? Yep.
Well, there's no difficulty for Jamie to remove the shot stone by Mike. The big question is, where does his shooter go? And what does he leave?
Hard! Whoa! Whoa! Ah!
Beauty. Very nice.
That's pretty good.
Is that 1-2, Kathy?
It is. Gosh.
Shot, Murph.
I think so.
Very
That
close.
makes a big difference.
It's that quieter, more controllable weight, and the roll was huge to be right lined up onto the reds. It's hard to figure out who's
Only
second.
line 1. Play that top.
I think he's line 2.
Yeah, it looks 2 to me.
You got to just the out turn, right?
What do you think he is?
I think he's 1 and 2.
It's really close.
I think he's 2.
Very close. If he was only 1, we play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
It's really close.
I think he's 2, though.
If I were to guess, I would say he's 2.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, you can blast this way. It's hard, though.
Brendan
They're both
Bottcher
hard.
continues
They're
to
both hard.
battle
The
back,
outturn's
picking
easier,
up
isn't it?
2 in the
That
7th
would my
end. So
first
Sean Gill,
instinct.
BC
The
leading
outturn looks
6-5
easier
with
to
hammer
me.
and 8.
Plus,
Well, this gets killed, right?
That's okay.
Well, no, like I'm saying, if it hangs, it's no good.
Like, what turn are you thinking if you have a
And
draw?
probably the intern.
Oh,
Okay,
I think
so
the
you
out
could
turn's
probably
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
Or we just make a double.
I mean, I don't.
Love that. I mean, we know it though. We know it really well.
Might be the shot.
Might be the shot.
Might be the shot.
yeah, well, yeah.
You can't actually
This
seal
is probably
this way.
harder than it looks. It's quite a bit on this side, right? If you like this, I mean, you can be a little off.
Well, you can overcurl slightly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of your conversation before the end, eh?
Yeah, well, exactly. So you're tapping it a couple feet, right? If line's really good, we could tap it right. Well, it's gonna have that, so tap it right to here.
Or those are your two options. Do you just pick out the top stone? If they thought they were two, they said they would pick out that top yellow stone. The second one's going to go back on the red, and it would be a draw for two.
I think consensus, Kathy, is that they thought they're lying too.
They do, but that is such a tough shot. You could wind up double jamming and allow a chance for three. If you play this tap, there is still the possibility that you're going to steal, because Jamie Murphy will have to make a double for his two, and maybe it's not even two. There will be a measure on those stones for sure. So looking for a steal point here.
Yeah, it's T. Easy, guys.
Room.
Easy, guys.
Room. Can't. Line's good.
Whoa! No!
Hair low is great.
Yeah, has to curl it.
Never!
Hard, Den.
Mike McEwen, his final stone in 7.
Hair low,
Hard, Danny, go!
Trying to tap it up for shot stone, move it enough.
It's perfect.
It's real good.
And that is shot rock.
Great shot.
Without hammer here at 7.
Jamming, right?
Oh, that jab.
Yeah, if he hits it just a little wrong.
Yeah. You can just pick it for two.
That's pretty good. I think that's really
good. Good shot.
Yeah.
That's probably really good.
Yeah, it's the best spot.
Over curled a little. I would
just
like
a
to,
tiny bit.
because you just got
Never
to pick
touches
for
the
two.
top.
It's not that hard.
I think it might be us.
Okay. If we got a chance for this, let's try and make that play.
Okay. All right. Peel?
Yeah.
So hit what he can see and gamble that it is indeed 2 yellow, which I think the consensus on both teams is it is 2 yellow.
And you can see that if you play the double on the nose just off, that red stone, the higher one, is going to go on to the yellow. And so that is why they're looking to play the pick for what he can see.
Yep.
Jamie Murphy, final stone in 7.
Hard, Phil, you got to go.
Back it up. Hard!
Can't afford to hit that top red, though. He's got to get it by the top red, and he gets the job done barely. So now, 1 for sure, but is it 2 for Nova Scotia?
This is 1 for sure here.
Yeah. What's your guess?
I think it's you guys. It looked like you guys.
They thought it was red. Paul thinks it's yellow.
I don't think it was worth playing anything.
Yeah, that's right.
And that close on the replay. There is a couple centimeters.
Did not want to hit it high.
If it curls,
do not hit it high.
Now, BJ did feel that it is yellow, but you heard Jamie say Paul Fleming actually, or thinks it's red. Paul Fleming thinks it's yellow. We'll find out.
Get my sunglasses on.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
a reflection.
Oh, very close,
I
but
think-
it's yellow. So there's your pair.
So it was 2 yellow. And 2 fans pretty excited about that. The Blue Dozers tied up at 3 after 7. NCAA March Madness returns to TSN on Thursday, March 15th with first round action. Coverage begins noon Eastern, Thursday, March 15th across our TSN feeds. UNC, your defending champ. Great start, TSN. Team Scoffin is in the house right now, representing Team Yukon. They're in a good battle with Newfoundland Labrador. They're tied up at 4 right now. In the 8th end, our feature. The first 2 given up by Team Wildcard so far in the competition. That includes the play-in game against Jason Gudlickson. So 2 for Jamie Murphy and Team Nova Scotia after the measure. So here in 8, it is Team Wildcard with the Red Stones with Hammer once again.
Hard, you got to go. Hard. Hard. You're not in hard.
As the house comes into play, you see that Philip Kroll, his first on the button. There's his second one, and the corner guard put up by Denny Neufeld.
Really close. A little late. Good.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Hard, boys.
Line's really good.
Take a look.
You got to go. You got to go for line. Whoa.
Small tap.
It's perfect.
Small tap's good.
Very nice.
Sweet. Shut down.
Nice shot.
Top 8.
80?
Yeah.
Let's go, Scotty. Nice straight one here.
Top 4. Clean it. Line's a little snug. Clean it. Top 4.
Looking to
Line's
come
tight.
down on top, really shrink
Going
that
sideways.
scoring
Hard.
area for Mike
No
McEwen.
handle. Go, Paul. Have Paul. Sweep
Still
it.
got it.
Oh, look at the handle on that stone.
It's coming back the other way now.
And
Hey,
whether they
Scotty.
feel that he threw it soft or it picked up something, but you could see the handle straighten out completely. Watch the rotation there. It stopped altogether. And so once it stopped turning, it starts to drift, and then often it will take the other turn.
Gotta be a little bit careful.
And the fact that they're not looking for anything on the ice suggests that maybe it was just a soft release. And on arena ice without a crisp release, it often will straighten out or curl really hard.
Little heavy. Little heavy.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
No, 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 no.
Denny,
Hard,
Denny,
Denny.
Denny. No.
Good shot.
Good.
Shot, Matt.
Shot.
Pretty good spot. Shot.
Almost perfect for Matt. Just that little bit more of a
Like
roll
half
underneath.
inch of air right now.
No, but high's not great. Nose hit. Peel.
Peel, nose, and peel. Nice straight one here, Scotty. Go, buddy.
Scott Zachary reloads. Needs to curl up to find nose.
Not good.
And he'll jam it. And still 2 wild card stones in the house. And it is Mike McEwen with hammer here in 8.
I talked about high side is bad, and that's why it would go on your own directly. So for Mike, a chance to spread out the stones.
I think you score around the corner for now.
Next one if we need to. I like this. Let's put a good one in there.
Fast here. Is that 14.75, right?
Good as anything here,
Yeah.
eh, boys?
Yeah. 14.5.
Got heavy right now.
Just line.
Yeah. I
Right
need
off.
to know where.
Back 12.
Clean.
Back 12.
Really can't.
Yep.
Hard, hard, hard,
Yeah.
hard, 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 hard.
Hard. Hard. Whoa.
T-line.
It's okay. He's not great.
I know.
I can see through your legs, Paul.
That's our fault. We swept
Okay.
it.
Well, it was a release I
hard,
couldn't do
geez.
much with either. I knew.
That'll open the center up, Paul. That'll open the center up, so.
What is it, Murph? 3/4?
And the reason they're saying sorry on the sweeping is that double is set up now.
Half probably makes it.
And not only would he remove 2 stones,
much,
but
I think
there would be a yellow stone buried
half,
underneath
close
that
ball.
Tim Hortons guard.
Double?
Let's go, bud. Clean me up.
Yep.
Half a rock good here, Kathy?
Yes, it is.
Scott Zachary saying, clean me up, buddy. Paul Fleming trying to get his team out of some trouble. They hold the line. It should be close. And not quite enough to remove it, but he is tucked in behind that corner guard a little bit.
Okay.
Shot, Paul.
Back line.
Got it just a little bit too thick.
Yeah, we don't even have to bump it very far to be 1-2, right?
Still a pretty good outcome, and it has been both thirds, as always, in these two teams that have made a difference. talked about them coming in and what an advantage they gave to their team. Both really good at hits today. It has been the draws that it's been a little bit off for both of them. Still some good numbers, but at least 10% less than before, but it's parity. Nobody gets a plus in this game.
Player comparisons are brought to you by New Holland, equipped for a new world.
And that ultimately is your goal. It's not your numbers. Obviously, you want them to be good, but you want to stay even or ahead of your opponent, whatever it is that they're shooting, because that will keep your skip in good shape.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
Hard. Probably go.
Yeah, go.
Hard.
Go.
Hey, good throw. Okay.
Okay. Is the other double there on this side or freeze?
Freeze.
Okay. I'd say.
A lot of rocks over on Sheet B as we update you on BC and Alberta. Alberta has been slowly clawing back in this game. It is Sean Gill leading 6-5. He also has Hammer here in 8, but it looks like Alberta is line 3.
Well, 2 for sure. That red and yellow at the back is hard. For Sean, trying to get to as much as he can to the outside and roll towards the center.
Oof. He'll clip his own red, and now is it 2 or 3?
Yeah, you're right. I could leave a double if I don't.
Yep. 2 for sure. And from that kicking motion, I think it is just the 2.
I thought I saw Darren say 3, Brian, but I am also wearing glasses.
Well, glasses have nothing to do with your hearing. So it looks like 3 on the board. So, yes, 3 it is. It's on the scoreboard now. So 8-6. Alberta, Brendan Botcher continue to battle as Gill making his second Brier appearance, his first back in 2009, where he had a 6-5 record, still looking for win number 1 and in tough against Alberta.
I know, but later, that's what I'm wondering if we kill that now and make that roll. If you nose it, I mean, if he comes around, it's.
What do you feel, Paul?
Why
can't you just come down with
hack?
hack?
The freeze.
No, can't.
But
This rock's too good for us, Scott.
I mean, 2's no good either.
No.
After 8 down 2, like we got to gotta lock it, or if we do this, we're not playing the double, correct? We're just doing this.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
I don't love that either because.
Okay.
I think
I like this.
Freeze high side.
Freeze high side?
If you freeze.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, if you like the freeze bomb,
I'm okay with the hit and roll too. I'm serious. I totally am.
Which term are you going to throw the freeze with? I like the in turn. You like the out,
you could overcook it on either turn. I mean, we've played more out than in. That's probably the shot, Murph. That's probably the shot. Your shot.
I think if you nose it, like I think the end's still alive.
Yeah. Well, he is going in, but then you can come off it.
This is the shot, but I mean, I don't know.
Let's make it hit and roll.
I am leaning towards Jamie's theory. Jamie's
control.
got is to hit and roll in front of the stone. If you play the freeze and don't make it perfectly, keeping in mind that BJ moved that guard over. If you give up 3, this game is over. They feel if they give up 2, it's over. I'm not sure I would buy into that. But with this, not only do you remove one of those red wild card stones, but you can hit and roll in front, which is the other thing they were thinking is the freeze. So essentially you make it, but you also eliminate one of those red stones.
Yep. Wait, good.
Whoa. Off. Oh, right off.
Whoa. Whoa.
Phil.
Whoa.
Hard, Phil.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, that's good.
And basically a nose hit for Paul Fleming.
That's good. Okay. Nice throw.
Full 4?
Yeah.
And so for Mike, he sees what's coming.
You don't want to be to the button. You can come off this.
Yeah, a little higher is better.
Just full 4 is good.
Full 4. Okay, Beach. Be fast here, right? Speed's good here,
Speed
yeah.
here.
14.5.
Easy.
Hard line.
Line, room.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Line's really good. Room.
Line's good.
Room.
Line's perfect. Line's perfect. You just got to hammer it.
Dig.
Really got to go.
Go, Denny.
Come on, boys.
Go, Denny. You got it.
Never stop, boys. Keep going. You got it. Come on.
Want to get it in there for a second shot, Stone.
Good sweep.
Good sweep.
And I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think that'll help us.
Let's look at now Team Canada, Northwest Territories, and right now Brad Gushu is lying 2 already, so this will be the intern draw for 3. And as a young man, remember Kathy, he made that bucket list, all the things he wanted to accomplish in his career, Olympic gold medal, World Junior, Brier title, and now a chance to make some history in this game as well. If he can win this game, he'd be the all-time winningest skip.
Correct.
At the Brier. Right now it's our buddy
Close. Yep.
Mr. Russ Howard. Yeah, no, I know his.
Our good friend, what's his name?
Yeah, Russ Howard and Kevin Martin.
And I do think that, people may say, well, Brad gets here all the time, but it's not number of games played. It's wins as a skip. And so that is a significant number regardless of how many times that you get here.
Good work.
Nice draw from
Lovely.
Brad Gushu. Him and Russ, of course, won that Olympic gold together in Italy, and that'll be handshakes. So after 8, Jamie Cooey says he's had enough, so 8-4 the final. Team Canada wins, and they are still undefeated at this year's Brier.
Good playing, Jeff.
And back here, this is the freeze attempt.
Yeah, we told him a number. I got a 65.
Well, it sucks for us.
Well, I mean, it's the shots are this, or you draw right here. Try and draw right there.
And the crowd acknowledging the skip, Brad Gushu. That's win number 114. All time, the most winningest skip in Brier history. And there is the list. We mentioned Kevin Martin, Russ Howard. Some great names on there. Now you see Glenn Howard at 96 wins as a skip. It was funny because the tweets were going around on social media about Brad getting closer to this point, and then he retweeted with something along the lines of as a skip, because as a player it is still Glenn that is on top. But what a career for Mr. Brad Gushu. Congratulations to him.
Well, and you know that he is not done, and so that number will only grow.
All we really need is to score.
My gut is this.
That's my gut too. I roll perfect or I roll to here.
Hard to put a draw in a good spot, right?
Yeah, this is a shot.
I agree.
Control.
Not only is it
Solid
a shot
control.
because
Just
it's
a
hard to put a
gimme.
draw on a shot, but
Oh,
you're
just
taking
into it,
away
it's
what
a
Jamie
steal.
has left.
Yeah, it has to be here, but then even then, it's just the slash double's not very hard either.
No, this is a shot.
That's a hard shot.
Solid control.
And we talked earlier in this game about Mike being sort of on the fence a couple of times about ice and weight.
The
In
only other
that
shot
tone
is
of voice, he
play
was
that.
very clear.
Play the split now. No. This is a shot.
I didn't see the broom. Like here?
Yeah. Just solid control.
Pull through this, eh?
Okay, Mikey, here we go.
So the hit and the roll
Weight's
under
good.
Great control.
to lie 2, and maybe more importantly, take away the hit and roll that Jamie Murphy would have used, most likely to get to shot stone.
Whoa! It's pretty good.
Well, it's okay. You're definitely lying 2, but you can see with that roll that little bit far for Jamie Murphy, he does have an out. He can come down right onto the nose.
Bumping it all or? No. Okay. Let's go, bud.
That's pretty cool. So there is the picture, a little souvenir, I'm sure, for Brad. Win number 114, 114 wins, the all-time record now for a skip. Now, he also played in his 175th game, passing Russ Howard for second all-time. Glenn Howard has the most at 218, and in a sit-down interview, Kathy, he basically said, well, that just means I'm getting old.
Well,
So, but very, very successful
like rings
Brier
on a
career.
tree.
And the most important number for him is 1, and that's the one Brier title he has, which he won in St. John's last year, and hoping for another. In the meantime, final stone on the way here for Nova Scotia. Jamie Murphy trying to drag it in there for a shot stone, lock it on. Oh, lovely touch. Boy, he's had some good draws this week.
Just over curled that little bit. Great weight, great brushing to get it there. You can see that the handle stops rotating. Again, very soft. If it doesn't do that, it's a little bit to the left of that, and there's no pick.
Yeah. Do you still get 1 if you nut it, though? I don't think so. Like, if you miss this, you're giving up a steal.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. No, but if, I mean, yeah. Normal weight.
Do you want to take a timeout here? It's important.
Timeout.
Timeout.
Okay, well, if I hit this fat,
So
we still
timeout
getting
called,
one?
and Chris
Yes.
Neufeld, who won a Brier with Vic
then I
Peters
think you
back
play
in
it.
1992, will come out as coach.
If I hit this fat, we're still getting 1, are we not? Or
Yeah, I mean, I think if you hit a quarter of a rock, you're good.
Then you get 2?
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
Hit a quarter of a rock, you get 2, no problem, right?
Quarter rock with normal?
Even third,
Like
maybe?
we are shot right now. Could just.
There's no place to. Yeah, there's no place to get 2 though unless you move at. Oh, we are shot.
Well, the only shots
Yeah, we are shot.
the only shots are the pick or this.
Well, I don't like that.
I think the pick is there's more variance in the pick than you think. Like, there's what? There's more variance on that pick than you think.
More room
Yeah,
for error.
BJ's just worried about
I'm just worried if
missing
you
it.
miss it, it's a steal.
I mean, I think you're playing it tight, and we're still okay for 1. Are
Can
we
you hit
not?
it too thick
No.
and give him 1?
No, I don't think.
I don't think this is going.
No.
anywhere. This is not going anywhere.
Unless you move the back one. Are you gonna move the back one?
I don't think that's going to go very far.
I think just nice normal.
Okay, let's.
I think normal weight's the weight.
Let's make it. Do it. Let's make it.
This is a
I think with these stones, it's.
Okay, make it.
Like things are really holding here.
He asked
BJ
about
rolled
whether
out
he
here.
could
Remember that control waiter he rolled out on?
hit it too thick. I think it's hard because of that redstone that's in the 8
Be
foot.
patient.
I'm not going to sweep so he can see the line.
So if you clip his redstone right beside BJ's broom, is that your opportunity to give up a steal of 1 there, Kathy, or is that going anywhere?
Sure, well, it's not going to go anywhere, but it might move it enough, buddy. But to get by the yellow to get the red, that's very unfortunate.
Final stone on the way in a 3-3 tie.
Oh,
And he did.
What do you see as the lottery numbers?
And he did.
Holy dynamite.
Unreal. So worst case scenario there for Mike McEwen. And after all that, a great end set up, a steal of 1 for Nova Scotia, and a tough one for Magic Mike. Welcome back to the Brier in Regina, and a special day in game for Brad Gushu, but nothing better than getting to spend time with your family after making some history and staying undefeated at this year's Brier.
All right, we'll see you later.
Win number 114 all time, and that is the most ever. He stands alone when it comes to skips. Pretty remarkable.
Crazy.
In our feature matchup, it is Nova Scotia 4-3 advantage, and a tough one for Mike McEwen. He had his point locked up on the button, and it was the worst case scenario for him. So Jamie Murphy, a stolen point, and a 4-3 advantage.
Great
So
shot.
here in 9, it is Mike McEwen once again with hammer throwing the red stones.
And that just really is an unfortunate break. He didn't overthrow that stone. He said it had been running there. They weren't throwing big weight. They were throwing regular weight. And they were shot ahead of time. There's so much discussion about whether they could hit it too fat. That was the concern, that it might over curl. And maybe that got in his head. Who knows? But very unfortunate.
Fighting 4
Top
foot.
4.
That's you want just a
piece of the 4.
It's heavy.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
no, no.
Okay. Throw. Sorry, Dan.
Be nice to bump it an inch, but freeze is good.
80? 80. Yep.
Let's go, bud. Nice straight one here.
Room.
Line only.
Whoa, room.
Line only.
No, no line at all.
Weight's pretty good.
No, line's bad.
Line's not bad.
Okay, line's getting there.
Trying to
Little
get
bump.
to the
Little
face
bump. Little wide.
Little bump.
Paul's
of the
rocking.
higher
Down.
stone.
Line's good now.
Gotta go.
Whoa, just freeze.
Yeah. Bit more freeze. Gotta go.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so.
And
Nice.
locks it on.
I think so.
Okay, Matty.
I don't see a blank in this end. Unless you think you can run this double peel.
If I peel, he's guarding again, so I don't mind it.
And this would be great right here.
I think the double peel's the call.
I thought this.
Well,
We don't have a
If I
ton
don't
of
make
time
it, he's
here.
throwing another guard. It's got to be perfect.
well, you just have to be a piece under top 8.
Yeah, I don't mind it. This was my first instinct.
Okay, Matty.
Okay, so.
Here we go.
Speed's good anyway.
Looks hot.
Just line.
Looks heavy. Oh, man.
Stay
it's-
close.
No, 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 no.
Alberta taking on BC on sheet B, and for a while, Sean Gill leaking some oil against Alberta as Brendan Botcher fought back to take the lead, but a chance to answer back with a pair of his own here in 9.
Already line 1. He has the option of playing the draw for the second point. But I think because it is on the center and you have to go way out in the wings, he's going to hit it. And there's your deuce.
At one point, BC had a 5-1 advantage earlier in this game, but Brendan Botcher fought back, and it's a good battle. They're tied up at 8 after 9, coming home in 10. Alberta, Botcher with hammer.
I think just come down and just bump it a bit.
Okay. Yep. I like that.
Back 8.
Let's go, Scotty. Nice straight one.
Thomas Scoffin picked up a single in 9, but they need to steal more in 10, down by 2.
Back
Newfoundland,
forward. Not heavy.
Labrador with
Whoa.
hammer, so
Gotta go
Greg
hard.
Smith in control of that game.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Hard, Phil. Hard. Come on.
Trying to
Let
tap.
go. Hard. Hard. Not a lot of handle.
Okay, it's not bad.
Talking again about not a lot of
Actually,
handle.
bump
When you
that
don't have a
one
lot
out
of
the side.
rotation or handle, your stones essentially drift, so they curl way more than if you have the rotation. And that caught him last end and this end.
Hey, Matty, think that same weight's good here, or do I need less?
You need 2 feet less for sure. 2 feet less.
Rim? Rim?
Weight's
Sounds
nice.
Yep.
Just line. Small bump.
Whoa! Line's good.
Small bump.
Yep.
Curling.
Still bumping.
Small bump.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Off.
Whoa!
Oh, it needs to curl.
Come on, finish, baby.
It's
finish.
pretty good.
Finish, 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 finish.
Good shot,
Good
Matt.
shot.
Looking like Jenga
Back
in the
line.
4-foot right now. It's a lot of rocks in play. It's the beauty of this game, all those angles and trying to look a couple shots ahead.
And it is just about tapping stones, moving them around. And even though right now those 3 that are in the 4-foot belong
Just
to
through.
Mike McEwen,
Just through.
those 2 yellow stones that are in
Just
front of
through,
them
wait.
are the ones that are the advantage because they
Back
can
12.
be tapped.
Yes. Hard. Hard.
Philip Kroll getting his workout in,
Sweet,
get it by the
sweet.
yellow. They just grazed it.
Murph, go. Good.
Shot.
It just hit that second yellow stone up top, and he kept pounding it.
Sweep, Phil.
Great work to get it there, but over curling. The angle's not as good for
Line
yellow
3,
as they were.
I know we're lying.
Can you ever guard this?
I think you do.
Yeah.
I think that was.
No, it's probably the
think
shot.
that's
I
the
guess
shot right now.
he's going to run our guard into this, and if he makes it, we're in
a lot of
really big trouble.
Yeah, I would agree.
Huge. Like this is going to kick ours. This'll.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't think I like the guard.
Okay, I'll pick something.
Okay, then the other shot.
I think you have to play this.
Okay.
If he makes the run, we're.
Trying to hit it as thin as you can, I guess.
Trying to hit it on the broom side. Go straight into those 2 yellow. Both teams around 4 minutes left on the clock. That certainly is enough time, but with a lot of rocks in play, it is something to be mindful here at 9.
That's
Real good.
I think that's better.
Real good.
Different
That's
looking
better.
4-foot now after
That's the
BJ
right call.
Neufeld's
Yeah.
rocket.
Nice shot, BJ.
Shot, Beach.
This rock's the problem one. This one's good for us right now.
Caught a lot of granite, but move things around.
Kind of wait.
Similar? Maybe a little more?
Yeah, I like it.
Too early to play that out-turn tap. Trying to make sure that they have a shot on both sides.
Whoa.
That's why they're
Back
playing
in.
this in-turn.
Oh, back close. Back close.
Just
Yeah,
through.
back, yeah, just through.
Whoa.
Close.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Yep, yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Leave it.
Field goal. Taps it right through.
Double there.
Okay. Good call. A little heavy.
Try and come underneath that a bit, the one he just threw.
You could just draw in there too.
Yeah, like, yeah.
T-line, right? Just
Like I was just thinking, like T wait
yeah,
with the out.
yeah. T-weight, you're just drawing the button basically. Top 4.
Already line 2, way too risky to hit.
T-line wait.
Third shot, Stone. Best way to defend against that is get another one in, so we'll look to go between the 2 yellows in the 8-foot, get another stone in the 4-foot. That would also take away the tap
Weight's good.
for Nova Scotia.
Line only, back 4.
Whoa.
Oh, then.
Close.
Close, Denny. T-line.
Close.
Back 4.
Yep. Back 4. Whoa. Whoa.
Back
Yep.
4.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa. Yep, 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 yep.
Nice.
Good. Nice shot. Real good.
Shot, Beach.
Wild card still lying 2.
That's really good.
Really good spot, eh?
And skip zones to come in a very interesting 9th end.
Could have rolled a shade more, would have been really good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like just yeah, an inch more.
What's that?
Back 4, back button.
Okay. Speed here is pretty close to what you threw last time.
Now, making a play in his own Yellowstone, Kathy, or just a straight
Back
draw
4.
here?
Just trying to tap.
Back 8.
Clean, yep.
Back 4. Yep. Back 8.
Whoa.
Back 8.
Yep.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Back
Yes.
8.
Yes.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Yep.
Whoa.
Little redirect.
Hard. Beauty.
And locks it in. That shot Stone on the button.
Nice throw.
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking
That's
throw.
perfect.
Great shot.
Nice one, Murph.
We gotta keep moving here, so
Yeah.
get down there.
Good call.
They're not. How many times? I have one. We're not gonna burn it here, though. I gotta save my last shot. So.
Team's talking about time left on the clock.
He's right on it. We're pretty protected. Like he's.
And that's not a lot. You ideally want to have 4 minutes, and obviously that's not going to happen.
Well,
Mike McEwen's first here in 9. Come up. Bangs it, rolls in. It is still yellow.
Pretty good.
Shot stone.
He's frustrated, but it's pretty hard for Jamie to find a way to do anything more other than cap it.
Okay.
Just looking at angles for Mike for his next stone.
I'm not seeing many.
Halfway. Oh. High, high. Higher the better. High. Higher the better. You need to curl? Need to curl? No.
Yeah, it needs to curl a bit, Paul. It needs to curl, Paul.
It's tight now. It's tight. What am I doing? Yep, yep. Yep.
Uh-oh. I didn't want to leave him anything. I didn't want to make it better for him.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm only dealing with one raw. Yes. Can I get it to the right spot?
Unless you think hammering this, it ever drags off. But
no.
No?
Well, you can't see enough anyways to do that.
No, I mean the guard into it.
Okay, let's
The
go,
only
boys.
one I see is that yellow one.
This is easier.
I think that's the shot. You just got to try, and you're just trying to cross it to here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go, boys.
Okay.
And the let's go, boys,
right
is the
here.
worries about
Yeah,
clock.
Third.
No, it's skinnier in a third.
Okay.
Isn't it a quarter? Shade thicker in a quarter? It's a thick quarter.
Yeah, it's thicker than a quarter, Mike.
It's a thick quarter.
So yellow onto red,
It's a
onto
thick
yellow.
quarter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe 2?
Okay, let's make this Maggie.
Two's tough
Need more
because
ice.
of the angle that you're coming in at, but depends
More
on the
ice.
weight that he throws.
More ice.
He's got to
Little
hit it
bit
on
more.
the outside. That's why he keeps asking for more.
Perfect. Should run where I throw it, right?
Yep.
That should be the ice then.
Lots of granite in that 4-foot. This is the best angle, though, for Mike.
It has been an entertaining Monday morning. Final stone in 9. Team wildcard, Mike McEwen.
Close. 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 Come on.
No, it's not.
Come on.
Run it in, angle it, red onto yellow, and he doesn't have the angle he was looking for. Back-to-back steals for Nova Scotia. Jamie Murphy looking to stay undefeated here in Regina. Welcome back to our Brier coverage in Regina. Earlier we showed you Brad Gushu. He picked up win number 114 as the skip, most all-time in Brier history. Well, for the first time in Brier history, we have 2 teams from Newfoundland Labrador in the field. Obviously Gushu, Team Canada, and this young man, Greg Smith, looking for his first ever win at the Brier. He needs full 8, up by 2, and a chance to knock off UConn.
Yep, yep, yep. Hard. Really hard. Hard. Go. Go. Go.
Take it home, Greg.
Go. 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 Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, indeed. Just enough. Full credit to his front end for sweeping that there. Wow. First ever win for Greg Smith from Newfoundland Labrador St. John's. And there you go. Mark Nichols, put your
Big
hands
smile.
together.
That's awesome.
Those 2 teams will play each other, and that'll be a lot of fun. He is good TV. Greg Smith, his first ever win at the Tim Hortons Brier.
Well, he's still leading with his emotions. He's thrilled to death to be here. He's loving it, and he's showing it.
Back to our feature matchup, and there you see the story. Back-to-back steals of 1 from Nova Scotia, Jamie Murphy. So he leads 5-3, coming home in 10. Now, Team Wildcard throwing the Red Rocks with hammer, but also they're up against the clock, Kathy Gauthier, which is a storyline here as well coming home.
Well, they are. They were at 2 minutes, both teams, in the last end. And it's going to be tough for Wildcard team for sure because they're the ones that are going to want to deliberate a little bit and think about shots. And they're just simply not going to have the time.
Nice straight one, Scotty.
And that is what you are dealing with. One timeout left for each of them. Nova Scotia's not in great shakes either, except that their decision making is going to be easier up two. They're just going to hit.
And your thinking time, as Matt Wozniak jumps right in, and no kidding, your thinking time, and I guess we can explain to the viewers at home when we watch Matt deliver. So the clock is running, and when does it stop, Kathy?
It stops when he crosses the tee line. So it would have stopped now, but it starts as soon as the rocks are cleared away from the previous throw.
Hard line.
And that's why the players need to be in the hack and have their rocks clean.
Line's good.
And they changed that, Kathy, because in theory you were punished if you had more rocks in play or threw more draws other than hits, correct?
Yeah, it used to be the running time, and it would make sense that the teams that were throwing the hits, well, you're throwing them faster. And they said, well, that doesn't make any sense because then teams would just hit. And there's the clocks. We're going to keep you on those. And so it's running now because he's sitting in the hack. He's deliberating. He's thinking. And then it stops when he crosses the tee line. And the wild card won't start until after the contact is made and the stones are removed. So we'll watch.
Oh.
Ooh. Now, as soon as Nova Scotia moves aside, the clock should be starting. And it is.
Like speed chess, for example, but that's, I think, a good indication. You're hustling. You're not maybe doing your usual pre-game routine, your pre-shot routine, rather, sorry.
It is so true. Players train very hard to do the same thing on every throw, and when you are hurrying, mistakes happen.
Gotta go! Hard! 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 Whoa! Hard! 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 Whoa! Whoa!
What a scrub to get it by that corner guard.
Shot.
And that
Very
settles
nice.
in for third shot stone. Meantime,
Great sweep.
right next door, Alberta and BC. Final stone from Brendan Botcher, and that was for the win. It stopped in time, and they battled back. Full credit to Team Alberta at one point, down 5-1 in that game. It was 5-1 after 4. They fought back, and they win it 9-8, and unfortunately, BC still looking for win number 1.
Hold on. Okay. Nice sweeping.
The peel there from Paul Fleming. I get asked all the time, Kathy, I'm sure you do. Well, what happens when a team runs out of time and they don't simply just lose the game, but you lose the right to throw any more stones? So in theory, you can't throw anymore. The other team just continues to throw rocks, and you're likely going to lose.
Well, likely, but if you were perhaps buried under a bunch of granite and you run out of time and your opponent only had one, they can still throw it, but that doesn't mean they're going to make it. Now, that is different at the world level where our juniors are playing right now. At world level, if you run out of time, the game's over, you lose. But in Canada, we still let it play out for the non-offending team.
Shot. Pistol.
Peel? Yep.
Interesting, too, though, when you see one team that's down to the wire, you would assume the other team is in a similar situation because it would indicate, well, listen, complicated ends, a lot of rocks, strategy. It's very rare to see one team with 2 minutes left and the other team with 8 minutes, per se.
Not at this level. We see that a lot at provincial level where there are teams that are just very, very slow compared to others. And the time clock should have been in. There's, I think, being a little generous on time.
Actually, this might be better. Freeze. Top 8. Let's
go. Freeze.
And you can even hear it in Matt. Let's go, freeze. It all feeds through. And for someone like BJ, who's throwing a very precise shot, it's hard to do that.
Room. Line's good.
Tighter path.
Line's good.
Sliding
Room.
again. Sliding.
Line's
Top
really
8.
close.
Wait's good. Close, Tim. Line only.
I don't want to be
top 4.
Clean. Yep.
Wait's good. Wait's there.
Yep. Well,
keep an angle.
Bump it a bit.
Keep an angle, boys.
Bump it a bit.
Oh. Shot.
Cool under pressure. Pretty good shot considering.
Sweet.
Shotgun curling right now.
Peel. Yeah. A little over curl. Bud.
And of course, that would be the decision of the head official. That is Brett Waldorf watching the clocks very carefully to make sure that they're going on when they're supposed to, off when they're supposed to. And he would come onto the field of play and make a decision if the team with very little time runs out. Mike has already gestured that he wants his timeout as soon as this rock has stopped.
Yep.
Hey, I think.
And Mike takes his second timeout.
Will be the one timeout for Team Wildcard that it remains.
Or we go for the 3 ball, the thin dub. Then he caps it, and then they play off. No, he'll probably draw side 4, and I won't have shot.
I'll try and do something with this now.
Yes, I agree.
I would agree. This might be as easy as anything, to be quite honest.
Might be. Well,
this is really hard, this out turn
yeah.
with weight. It's very straight here. I've already missed one there. This might be the shot, boys.
Yeah, you make it. It's
I think
really.
that's the shot.
It's gonna be a hard double.
We don't have to whip it.
No, you just
think it normal.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I would agree.
So,
out turn. Yeah,
out turn.
Kathy, we've followed a lot of games together over the years, and this one's been a lot of fun. Time for the game story.
It has been really back and forth. It took us till 5 to get the dues, and then it really was the steals that have changed the momentum in this game. And those steals by Nova Scotia, the numbers at the skips, maybe not as much as they wanted, as high as they wanted, but they're even.
And I guess time could have been a game story too. The game story is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
I think that looks good. Yeah, okay. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like it.
So for Mike's timeout, it continues until it runs out. So just because they stopped talking to Chris Neufeld and he left the ice surface, it doesn't mean that his time clock would have started when his full allocation of time was done. That's why he also had a chance to take some time in the hack.
Yep.
Hard.
Huge shot.
Hard.
Whoa! Yep!
No!
Yep!
Attaboy.
Wow.
What a double. Mike McEwen, a little magic left.
Under pressure.
Stay down here.
Wild card line 3.
Okay?
Yeah. Gonna stay down there.
Simple. It's going to be simple.
Oh, I can come down there.
Got a timeout now, Mikey.
Great shot, Michael.
It might have some action there.
Well, if you want to do that, then you just do that.
No. Well, that never goes anywhere. I think it's just this, Bruce.
Yeah, it's a tough double that way.
It is.
You know, you'll probably fly.
You want to hit half a stone here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't see enough of that, I don't think, to make that any good.
Yeah, right there.
Is this any good? Just give him this 2?
Yeah, no. That's not bad, Murph. That's pretty skinny, but
Which one do you like, the run back?
I like that. It's either that or draw around everything. Or you sink one.
He's got this all day, Paul.
True, yeah. Does that look?
Does it ever catch that if you make this?
It's just we're losing so much momentum.
Yeah.
Coming this way, and then they're going to stop here, and they
this
can.
is skinny, though, right?
It is, but don't you think that's easier than this? All the momentum we're going to lose.
You like Bruce?
Well, even if you stick it, you're out counting that one,
Yeah,
right?
but it's going to be easy to also just jab it in.
Oh, I know.
I guess
I know.
we jab it in the middle. We're probably clipping that.
There's the options. You pick the one you like.
I don't know. I mean, if we hit it right there, it has to catch that, doesn't it, Paul?
Yeah, but you
Okay.
got to bring it. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got to bring it.
This looks too skinny.
Okay. All right.
Can
I
you
think
just
that's a shot.
Can you
Okay.
just tap this back and roll it here?
No.
So they want to play the double this way. The concern is how much oomph do you have with this one? And if all you do is tap it over here, that's still the win for Mike McEwen because he has that final stone. They talked about playing that other double, but you could hear in Jamie's voice that this is the shot that he wants to play, feels very confident in playing, and that's what he's going to do.
I heard somebody at one point say maybe the draw, going behind. No,
Sure, I mean, you could absolutely say there's no chance that we're going to win here unless we steal and go around those two. But at this point, I think that for Jamie, if he can eliminate two, which he thinks he can, then the tie is the best that Mike McEwen can do.
Here we go. In 10. Final stone. Jamie Murphy. Has to eliminate two red stones. Bang it. Clip it. Can he move it enough? And he cannot. So with 1 to come, it is a hit for 3 and the win for Mike McEwen.
And that was the momentum that Paul Fleming was concerned about.
Whatever you like easy? Solid easy. But you need more though. You need beside it. Let's take tighter, I'll throw normal.
Now this is for the win, and he's going to make it because he's in the hack already, but not having the chance to come down and put the broom in the right spot. Wow.
With all of 8 seconds to spare, final stone in 10 in a well-fought game. Mike McEwen.
Come on,
can they save him one more time? Hit it, stick it for the win. What a finish. Team Wildcard does it again. What a game and what a battle from both sides, Kathy. That was a well-played contest.
Back and forth, some great shot making by both teams, for sure.
Yeah, they're putting the Wild in wild card. Quite the finish with 8 seconds to spare. We'll wrap it up after this.
The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada. The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by New Holland, equipped for a new world. By Cashmere Bathroom Tissue, nothing feels like cashmere. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
It has been an emotional roller coaster the last couple of months for Mike McEwen, but he's got the good emotion going so far, and Regina came through in the winner-take-all play-in game and still undefeated. Here's your updated standings. Team Wildcard 3-0, as is Team Canada. Brad Gushue now stands alone all-time as a skip with wins at the Brier with win number 114. So congratulations to him. Manitoba, Northern Ontario also still perfect in Pool B. And that brings us to Pool B. Later this afternoon, the Brier champ from 2013 in Edmonton, Brad Jacobs, taking on James Grattan. We got it for you, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. TSN 1, 3, 4, and 5. Vic, Cheryl, Russ, myself, Kathy will join you. That was an entertaining morning draw here on TSN. The Tim Hortons Brier. We got you covered from coast to coast. We can't wait for more this afternoon. Thanks for watching our coverage right here on TSN.